Okay. Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life. Let me hear you say Kendrick hurt my feelings. Let me hear you say Kendrick hurt my feelings.
Another since the rapper took in a pajama
I'm
clause.
close. Real
Ha
talk.
ha. Jokes on you. High five. I'm bulletproof. Your shots will never penetrate. Penny Taylor the donkey boy, you been a fake. Got my
John
thumb on
said.
hip hop. My foot in the back of your.
Watch your mouth. You gonna get us demonetized for the what's name story.
I know. That's why I bleeped it out.
This is completely unrelated. But Young Thug is going outside. This is completely unrelated. Young Thug is going out. Let me switch this up. I can't get myself on like that.
Young Thug is an idiot. So
Hold on.
it don't
Nah,
surprise
you good.
me.
You good. You keep talking.
Yeah, no, he's an idiot. This shit don't surprise me, bro. It don't. Like you've been literally given a second chance at life, bro. Seriously. Like you just being an idiot, bro. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro.
It's,
Like
it's, Go
I
ahead.
value my life and my freedom too much, bro. Like I just don't get it. To do some shit that'll jeopardize it, like to put it in jeopardy. I just don't get it, bro. I don't
What
get
can
it.
it's a shout out to Stella. Hold on. You probably can't hear me. I'm coming back.
Yeah, I hear you.
Shout out to Stella, man. Shout out to Stilo. One of
What
one of our dear Dakotas. She
what
always
she
say it's a Kendrick line for everything.
said?
I
Yeah.
never what say I never lost who I was for a rap image
Mm.
or
Mm-mm,
motivation.
mm-mm.
I did it. But it's like, okay. letting everybody come in. Let me move this back. How do we sound in the chat? I feel like it's been a
Da-da,
long time since I did one of these.
da-da, da-da.
Why we getting started? How are you doing, DJ?
I'm good, man.
I ain't bumping into
th-
you at work today.
yeah, no, I was busy today. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't had really no chance to leave my desk for real.
It's hot as hell
Um,
in here.
but
Hold on, let me cut the fan on. It's hot as hell in here. Hold on.
let's see. What? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, because we got cats in here. Can you hear me? He can't hear me. Okay, I see y'all trickling in here. Come on in, guys. Come on in. But yeah, we got cats in here, and one of the cats got behind the damn dryer again, and
Dang, got stuck.
shit pissed me off because he knocked the um what it is the vent the silver little vent cord cable thing that come through the end of the
Yeah.
dryer into the wall, knocked that shit out. And the way ours are set up, like you gotta like go into the wall to connect it, and it's just hard as hell to reach that damn tube that connects to the outside to let the heat come out from the dryer. So so yeah, so I had to fix that. But other than that, I'm good. I had a good day. It actually went by real fast. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, it went by fast today. So I ain't gonna
How
complain.
do I okay. How do I sound now, Don and Dixie? Before we started, my daughter came in here and touched everything. So that's why I was asking. How do I sound now?
Uh, they
And
say
we'll
you
get started
sound
once
good.
once we dang, I feel so rested. But we do have a good show for y'all, a good live stream, if you will. You sound good, but the pick is fuzzy. What is going on, man?
Oh yeah, yours is a little fuzzy. Normally it's the other way around.
Hold on.
Yeah, yours a little pixelated.
That's gotta be my Wi-Fi on 1 bar, so it's the Wi-Fi. It's not the camera. The resolution
Gotcha.
is low. All right, we're gonna rock out with what we got. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It'll probably
Um
adjust as we keep going.
yeah, because it show in StreamYard, it's on 1 bar. But
Mhm.
let me shout out to some people in the chat. Shout out to
Yes,
our
sir.
newest member, Xavier, Coolio Drongo, Lady Blue, was good. Grandmaster Scrub, Grandmaster Scrub was good. Positive Vibes, what it do? That lady in 1982. Leela the Bombshell was good. Miss Mill, Tiffany Shantae, Jeanette, DJ Clinton, whoever that guy is. Um, Kill, DMV Doll, MS Bynum Marquita, 205 Brethren down in Dixie. What's this? Last, ooh, got a name on y'all. Laz Renil. Okay. All right, we're going. Y'all can't be doing a live right now. I just turned off my TV because I gotta wake up in 6 hours. Sorry to hear that, brother or sister. Catch us tomorrow on the replay game. Latanya, Megatron 3K, Screaming Silk, Doc Chaos, D Willis, Be Real, Unapologetic, Naya, Fateless. What's good, Fateless? Anis, what it do? Okay. Where do we start first? What happened? Do we talk about the Clipse first?
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing for sure. So I mean, if you want to start there,
well, yeah, it's the biggest thing. Yeah. Let me pull up a document. Real quick, while I'm doing that, get them your first thoughts of to the people who haven't been lucky enough to see our reaction to it. Get them your thoughts on Ace Trumpets.
Oh, Ace Trumpets, yeah. Like the reaction is out, so y'all can definitely go watch it. It's on the channel on YouTube. What day was that? Saturday it dropped?
I can't tell
you. Yeah, it dropped Saturday because we was gonna go live after that and talk about it. But of course, life been lifing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, things are a little off track, but we good. But as far as Ace Trumpets, the song is fire, bro. I love the fact that Pusha T, No Malice, they was able to keep that connection with Pharrell all these years. Because one would think that, because Push went to Good Music and he was so heavily associated with Kanye all these years that, we didn't really know the relationship between him and Pharrell. It was never really discussed, at least to my knowledge. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I throughout the years, I didn't really see them talking about his relationship with Pharrell. It didn't really come up, and he definitely didn't really rap about it, to say the least. It was just, the same Push stuff that he rap about. And like I said, he was with Good Music. He was the president of Good Music for a long time, actually. At least 5 years he was the president of Good Music. So yeah, he was doing a lot of different things, and I was just surprised to see. Well, not surprised. I was happy to see that the connection is still intact. Like the VA brethren is still very much, connected. And to see them reunite for this is good. I mean, I hate that, Chad is not a part of it too. Because I mean, Chad definitely had his place as the Neptunes with Pharrell, with the Clipse career. But overall, I mean, if we get Pharrell, I'm saying, I'm good with that. And Pharrell gets to show, his talent and his what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, yeah, just show his talent as a producer, because I know we kind of mentioned this on the last live. As far as just giving Pharrell his props as a producer, because a lot of people really cater Pharrell's success to the Neptunes. I mean, which is granted, that's warranted, but he's still an amazing producer on his own, even outside of the group. So you got to give him his props. You got to. His catalog is too damn deep. Like, he been doing this shit since the early 90s, bro. Pharrell been around for a long time, making hits. The early 90s, like when I was born, the early 90s.
He was getting mentored by Teddy Riley.
Yeah, so I'm just like, y'all
I think a lot of people need to go watch Piece by Piece for real, even though it's a Lego movie.
Yeah,
people do need to go check that out to adequately understand what's going on. But
That nigga, he had a hit at like 92, bro. The guy was 2.
Young
Dropping
ass
hits,
boy.
bro.
I was 2.5. I was two and
Dropping
a half.
hits already. So I'm just like, come on, man. But of course, the rapping, you can't say nothing about the rapping. I still think it's kind of crazy that out of the two in Clipse, I still think No Malice is the better rapper than Push. In my opinion, I've always felt that way on a lot of the older the Clipse albums. Like a lot of the better verses, like lyrically, came from Malice, and Push was the one that came through with the swag a lot of the times, like the young boy energy on a lot of those songs. It was Push, and then Malice was the one that you could tell Malice is the older brother of the two,
Yeah, yeah,
because he settled things down and he kept it really direct and streamlined, and just like you could just tell like how he rapped, like he got experience. That's the one thing I will say that Drake did get right. You learned it from your brother because he did it first and all that shit. You can tell, you can hear it. But
because
now
he had the, I don't know, man. It was just something about his presence on Ace Trumpets, man. It was just like, as soon as he started rapping, it was like, dang, big bro back.
Yeah, pretty
It was
much.
like, dang, like he really, he didn't like the he didn't son Pusha T at all. It was just
no,
like
of course.
he got on there and it's like they voices, they vocal tones are kind of close.
Yeah.
But for as clear as Pusha T voice is, Malice or No Malice, whatever he's going by these days, sounded even clearer on the record.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, but yeah. And then Pharrell went crazy on that beat. Pharrell went crazy on that beat. And I think for a lot of people who like question like Pharrell's production and you want to compare him to other hip hop producers, granted, Kanye wasn't peak Kanye on It's Almost Dry, but go back and play them 6 songs versus the 6 Pharrell produced songs versus the 6 Kanye produced songs, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that is, on every song, probably except one, Kanye West had a team of co-producers. It was always just Pharrell. It was always just Pharrell, and he was outclassing him on every single song. Am I still pixelated?
No, it's getting. I knew it was kind of get better as time went on.
It was the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
It was the Wi-Fi.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. I don't like
the Wi-Fi.
I don't like that shit at all, dog. That shit made me cringe when he said that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm like, that's my dog Push. I let it ride. But just know I don't like I don't like the Wi-Fi, dog. I don't like this shit.
You cannot hate on the Wi-Fi. Thou shalt not hate on the Wi-Fi.
Man, whatever, bro. I'm good on that shit.
It's Nas and shout out to King Mo. Is Nas and Jay really gonna be on the album? I highly doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised about a Nas feature per se, but I would definitely be surprised by a Jay feature. I would definitely be surprised by a Jay feature. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, Pusha T said something about they wanted the relationship to be more business related, like distro artists, and not necessarily feeling like it had to be like that type of trade in. But let's like go to the first.
Like if we come over here, you got to give us a verse. If we come over here and do bids with y'all, like type shit. Like it ain't on that type of time. Like it just,
or if it's something we just need.
Yeah.
Let's go to the first article real quick. Oh, well, does anybody have any good news to share before we go into this article? Does anybody have any good news they want to share? From this time, we got about 2 hours. If it was Saturday, y'all know we'll go for at least 3, but since it's a school night, we got we ain't gonna be that long. Shout out to Unapologetic. I know Elephant Nuts will not be on Clipse album. That's crazy. It's crazy you would say that. Shout out to Grand P. Going to Kendrick tomorrow. Is that the Detroit show? Yeah, because Chicago is on the 6th. So tomorrow's the 10th, yeah. So it should be the Detroit show. Shout out to Dre, uh, another one of our Dakotas. Hopefully he has safe travels to Detroit so he can go catch the show as well. Let me see. Shout out to Foxy. What's good, Foxy? It's good to see you as well. Thank you for checking out the recent videos. I hadn't had a chance to get back and comment. Life has been extremely busy, but most definitely glad to see you here. Okay, so it is Detroit. Let me see. Shout out to Tamila, another one of our members. The Clipse is back, and that's always good news. That's a fact. So if y'all don't mind, we'll go ahead and get into that. How many awards is K-Dot nominated for tonight? It's an award show tonight?
Yeah, the BET Awards coming back.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we can talk about that after we do the clip stuff and see. And maybe we can get some live updates on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lil Wayne is about to perform. It is, yeah, it's because it's Monday. Yep. Because he performed at Madison Square Garden Friday or Saturday, and it sounded terrible. Have you seen it? In the clips and perform? He sounds bad, man. And it's not like, it ain't got nothing to do with Kendrick. And I hate people made it that because now it's just extra unwanted attention on Lil Wayne. You feel what I'm saying? For people looking to pick him apart in that context. But it's just like, yeah, bro. We've been saying it for a while. Wayne just not that no more. He's just not that no more. And it's, you know, we watched him do the stuff that seemed cool back then, but all of the smokers from like the Western films, they died of lung cancer or emphysema or bronchitis or something. That stuff eventually catches up with you. You wanted to live like a rock star, and now you look like Travis Barker. But Travis Barker seems to have taken better care of himself in the interim. Wayne said, you know what? I'm going to be the best drugger alive. You feel what I'm saying? So
I'll save my Wayne critiques for later.
Flash Without the Fire. Another platinum, what did it say? Multi-platinum rapper trapped and can't retire. Okay, let's get to the document. The Clipse were forced to pay 7 figures to get out of their Def Jam deal. The Clipse were forced, and this is from Hip Hop DX. The Clipse were forced to pay a 7-figure sum to get out of their Def Jam record contract. It was previously revealed by Pusha T that the duo had parted ways with the storied record label, being Def Jam, over a dispute regarding their new album, Let God Sort Them Out. However, Pusha's long-term manager, Steven Victor, has revealed that Def Jam forced the brothers to cough up a significant amount of money to break their deal. Speaking to Billboard, they said, find another deal and let's figure it out. And let's figure out a business. That don't make sense. But they didn't drop us. They were like, pay us this money, which was an exorbitant amount of money, a shit ton of money, and we'll let you out the deal. That's what happened. We paid them the money, an insane amount of money. Okay, we get it. It wasn't like 200,000. It was a lot of money for an artist to come up with. They bought themselves out of the deal. Victor then confirmed that the dollar amount was in the 7 figures range. Speaking to GQ, Pusha revealed how his relationship with Def Jam went south, and it had everything to do with Kendrick Lamar's guest verse on the album. He said they wanted me to ask Kendrick to censor his verse, which of course I was never doing, and they wanted me to take their record off. And so after a month of not doing it, Steve Gawley, the lawyer over there, was like, we'll just drop the Clipse. But that can't work because I'm still there solo. But if you let us all go, it was also revealed that Def Jam were concerned about the optics of 2 of Drake's arch rivals, it's arch, right? It's not arch, it's arch rivals, right?
Yeah, arch, yeah.
Okay. Teaming up to work on the track while his lawsuit against UMG was ongoing. He's such a bitch, bro. Like, I don't know how like into this stuff you've been this week, because when you asked what were we talking about, and I was like everything. And we'll get back to this, but just how far Drake was going to suppress people.
Mm-hmm.
Like at a certain point, he was asking for certain artists, he was asking for the lyrics to their album before their album dropped.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is the same cease and desist for hoes, but you pulling you asking for artists' lyrics so you can suppress their freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
You're suppressing songs that they're making in response to songs that you're putting out at the same time. So you diss me on a record. I respond, and since we're on the same since we're under the same parent company, you are getting my song suppressed in the background, so I cannot respond to you in public.
That's the whole reason why Rick Ross was beefing with Drake recently, because Drake was trying to get French Montana shit censored and suppressed when he was trying to roll out. It was one of them songs that he was supposed to have. I forgot the name of it, and they just took Drake off the song entirely.
Yeah,
and I think they replaced him with Wayne, if I'm not mistaken. But which is the irony, which is kind of crazy in that. But yeah, that was the whole reason why Rick Ross even jumped into the beef last year to begin with. He was just like, "Oh nah, them niggas, fuck, I ain't fuck with that nigga either, man. Because you doing this to my dog over here, and you doing this over here, you doing this over there. Like, nah, man." So it's just real unfortunate, bro, because now you're already starting to see the trickling effects of this lawsuit. Because if this lawsuit truly goes to distance and Drake wins it by whatever miraculous way he wins it by, things are going to change drastically in the music industry. I don't care what nobody say. And the first step in that, shout out to Absa, she was one of the main proponents of this. She was like, censorship in music. It's already a censorship in music with the parental advisory label slapping on everything. That was the first step of it. But luckily, that wasn't enough to fully stop freedom of expression. But now the shit that Drake is trying to do, you completely like stopping the brakes and you going through like an extra layer of processes that could delay people music, and you basically censoring what people can and can't say, but you can say whatever you want. It don't matter. You could get on here and diss everybody 5, 10, 11 times on a whole fucking album, and because it's you, it's all good. And because you thought you had Lucian Grain in your back pocket, you can get away and do whatever the fuck you want to do. And that shit ain't right. This shit ain't fun when a rabbit got the gun. That's pretty much what it is. And he don't like that shit. He really thought that Lucian Grain was gonna suppress Not Like Us and any Kendrick tracks that came out from that beef. Now, this is one thing I will say that people are saying.
Check this out. You know why that makes all the sense in the world?
What?
It completely recontextualizes. It's been 17 days since Kendrick dropped.
What you mean?
Their whole play was beating him before he could respond. So the goal was to be able to suppress him from the beginning.
Yes,
it was never supposed to be a back and forth.
Yeah, he was
supposed to be a back and forth.
He was just supposed to bomb on him back to back to back to back. Kendrick can't say shit, and it's gonna be like, "Oh, Kendrick take too long." And the narrative,
not even just that. He's scared.
Yeah, he's scared. Yeah,
that's why Tailor Made was created in the way that it was created. So the suppression was supposed to either stop him from 100%, from 100% being able to drop, or once he dropped, it was going to be too little, too late, and then Family Matters comes and it's over.
Yeah.
The whole point of it was for Drake to be able to be in control and be able to stop stuff that he felt like was going to be, counterintuitive to the narrative he was trying to do in the whole battle. But also, one more thing in response to what Janek said, let me pull it back up. She said that's why him asking for Kendrick's contract isn't far-fetched for him. He's been crossing lines behind the scenes. It's not far-fetched. It's the truth. And I can tell you why. The reason he wanted the contract is because the way he was, well, I can tell you from my point of view. I got to start acting like DJ Head. I got to start being more. I can't swing so hard on conjecture. So I believe that Drake wanted the contract because he has certain stipulations in his contract that allow him the ability to have certain governance over music that comes out in relation to negatively speaking against him. It's almost kind of like a not 1-in-1, but almost kind of like a non-compete clause. You ever work somewhere and they tell you
can't go over there.
Exactly. So I think, and I could very well be proven wrong, but it just makes sense with all of the information that's coming out. There's something in Drake's contract that gives him some sort of ability to have an opinion or being able to request certain stuff doesn't come out if he personally feels like it's disadvantageous to his brand or career. So I think the reason he wanted Kendrick's contract was to see if those same privileges had been given to him, because of course Drake would never make his contract available. But if he can paint the narrative of look at all these permissions they giving Kendrick, they was giving him the ability to veto songs at the at the cutting board. Well, not for them not to get off the cutting room floor, but the Maybach song didn't come out. It's taken a year for Let God Sort Them Out in a new record label for that to come out. The what's his name?
The
French Montana. That song never came out.
The PUSHA verse on the Pop Smoke album
didn't come out. So it's just like he's been, and then Story of Adidon got relegated to SoundCloud. So not just off the Drake thing, but the song never got cleared either. But as cool as he was with Jay-Z, that wouldn't have been a problem.
Absolutely.
And now, and then we'll get back to the Clipse thing. I think the final blow to this whole debacle is look who signed them.
Jay-Z.
So that goes into this whole I don't know what to call it, but like this soft civil war that's going on. Because I think Drake thinks he's more powerful because he's backed by the label. But these individuals tend to have more power, i.e. a Jay-Z, because he doesn't work dependent on any given label system. And that was Jay-Z's entire argument.
I'm a businessman.
Not even just that, but he said, until you own your own, you can't be free. How we still slaves in 2016.
Yeah.
That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
And then in what's free, a part of that was maybe not directly to Drake, but it's to what he represents. It's like you in that system, you'll never be bigger than the system.
And this is the one time Drake thought he was bigger than the system. And they came down and said,
I think he always thought he was bigger than the system. He said we used to look up to Billboard when we was young.
Yeah.
But now we look at Billboard like, is you dumb?
But then you want to turn around and say Billboard is the one that matters more because they focus more on the actual technicality of music versus the Grammys. Come on, bro. Make up your mind. You can't just keep going back and forth to fit the narrative that bets. You know what I'm saying? Like, make up your mind, dog.
Radio is king again. Billboard got me regulated.
Red button.
I'm trying to tell you. So when you look at it like that, it's like, oh, so even if y'all didn't have like hard written agreements, he wanted to see what was possibly in Kendrick's, because I think he felt like he's like, so what could he possibly have with them for the suppression request not to work? Something's gotta be in writing. Like, that's the only way this makes sense.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
he's not signed to the label outright. He's on a distro deal. So how does he have this much fucking power behind the scenes? How was he able to get not like us out? How?
And then also to that exact point, and this is what the Drake stands now are saying, that UMG then fucked up now because all this shit with the Clipse is basically saying that y'all could have done what Drake wanted y'all to do the whole time. Y'all had the ability to do that, and now that y'all showing that y'all had the ability to stop songs from coming out, that could, and then that's the thing. Pusha said the song that with Kendrick is not even a diss song. They don't talk about Drake at all. But just a mere mention, the optics of them being on a song together is enough to be like, hold on, wait a minute. Let's not let this get out because this already gonna make us look bad, in the ongoing lawsuit. And I get it. I do. I totally get it. Because with Drake, he's gonna use anything and everything he can to be petty as possible to try to win his case because he's a sore fucking loser. However, I can also see where they coming from, the people that support Drake. Like, why didn't you stop Kendrick from releasing this song? At the end of the day, UMG, the record label, is all about making money, period. At the end of the day, I guarantee you, if there was not an ongoing lawsuit going on right now, there would be no issue with the Clipse. This album would have came out last year like it was supposed to. Kendrick would be on here. He would have said whatever the hell he wanted to say like normal. There wouldn't be an issue. It's only because there's an actual active ongoing lawsuit. And anybody with any kind of sense that has anything to do with Drake in this situation and all this shit, they're going to control this shit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because now you're dealing with a point to where we can lose a lot of fucking money. Okay? If this shit go left in any kind of way possible. So I get it. But at the same time, this shit is still bringing in a hard, badass precedent. It really is, bro. That's why at the end of the day, that battle, Drake's lawsuit, is going to change hip-hop forever, period. There's no coming back from it at this point. Because like, if Drake loses, you exposes the plant narrative that's been put out about him from all this time. You expose his credibility. You already exposed his talent in ghostwriting. So everything about Drake is fake. He's done. He'll never have that same level of acclaim and respect that he once had. That's gone. But from the record label side, from UMG, you put so much a light of doubt on them that anything that they do now can be hold up the question. Now you got to open up the books on everybody at this point. Now we want to see their contract. Oh, you can't put this out because it's going to do XYZ. You got to, like, it's going to be a whole bunch of shit, bro. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. And I really hate this shit has affected the Clipse the way it has because people have been waiting on this reunion album for such a long time, bro. Like, most people, including myself, thought it would never happen again. Like, so
this good press, bro. This is good press. The album is going to do much better now.
Oh, it is. I do agree with that. It's very much good press.
It's going to do much better. But it was something I wanted to say before we got off of this. I'm trying to see if it was something in the comments, but I don't know. I forgot. But
it's a lot, bro.
Okay, so we talking about the Drake thing and talking about because you said that it was gonna bring a lot of stuff to light, but I think I feel like I'm having a Kanye moment, like I'm finna say something stupid. But
nah, bro, you way too smart, way too calculated.
No, just how he be looking, like that look on his face when he be finna say something stupid. But I think so. I saw somebody say that he had leverage because he signed a short-term deal, and it was like they were on a prove it deal. But I also think, okay, this no, Kendrick, it brought what I was about to say back because you said that Drake fans feel like the Pusha T thing revealed that they could have been suppressing stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but that means if you have any integrity as a hip hop fan, that means they also had the ability to suppress Drake's too.
Of course.
So they honored the ability for them both to have their own artistic expression in this rap battle. But it goes to show where you are as a fan to be like, no, they should have been suppressing Kendrick. when Drake was defaming first. So if defamation was the line to draw in the sand to start suppressing in a rap battle, if that's what we are, their Family Matters never should have came out.
Absolutely.
Neither should the Heart Part 6. you said that Kendrick was a victim of molestation.
But not even
that was the connection you made.
But not only that, you supposedly fed him the information to use in this shit in the form of your defamation. So how could it be defamation if you're giving him information to use against you? I don't understand. I don't understand it.
The definition is if it, I think if it something said that could affect your character. I mean your name and all this bullshit. So I get the argument would be if you gave it to him, how was it defamatory? So that would be on the lawyers to decide. But the just a common sense argument like between me and you and the 137 people watching, you would think, if I told you to say it and you said it, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to say that I said it with no context. You feel what I'm saying? Or if I said something bad first and then you said something worse, quote unquote, you know, and then they let you put out the Hard Part 6. So it's like, I mean, what were you expecting here? But we know what he was expecting. He was expecting to be able to do what he did to Push. And many other artists.
Yeah.
But what he didn't realize was Kendrick had some big chips on the table too.
Yeah.
They're not going to lose out on an artist like Kendrick because they're going to suppress him so you can win a rap battle. It's not going to work like that.
Yeah, it's not.
Hold on. Shout out to Fateless. He said the current argument is that he gave Kendrick permission to say it. He didn't give UMG permission to publish it per the last filing. And the fact that he would have to give them permission to file it just further goes into my argument about why he wants access to Kendrick's contract and why he's so gung-ho on this whole, I need to see your lyrics before, I need to see their lyrics before their album comes out because it might be something in it where they're speaking ill on me and I want to be able to stop that from getting released. So I can have a heads up and diss them before it comes out or whatever the case is. Just some weak ass shit. But I think that was the end of this article. Let me pull it up and see because we completely got off track. But excuse me. Yeah, this is it. As a result, Clipse and PUSHA departed the label and eventually signed with Roc Nation to release their highly anticipated reunion album. Def Jam and UMG are yet to comment on PUSHA's allegations or Victor's comments about the nature of the deal. Last week, Clipse finally announced the release of the album. Okay.
And I think you said,
go ahead.
You said this. I think you said in the text, well, something we were talking about the other day. Like the fact that Push had enough leverage with the Clipse to leave with the album is like, this is monumental. Like you don't see these type of things happen very often to where they an artist buy themselves out of the deal and they get to leave with they art and they masters like with them going into their new deal, able to get that same thing. Like,
well, I don't know if they got the masters from.
That's what they said in the Roc Nation deal.
Roc Nation gave them the masters going forward, but I don't know if they have their prior Clipse masters, and also UMG / Def Jam will get a cut out of the proceeds from Let God Sort Them Out.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
A part of it was the huge cash payout as well as points on this album.
Because they know it's going to be big now with this being such a, like you say, it's good press for the album still.
But I also think, oh Lord.
Oh no, Izzy, what's wrong?
Hold on, y'all.
Oh no. Let me see what y'all saying. Drake is almost 40 years old. Absolutely. He acting like a child. It's crazy. He acting worse than Izzy right now. This is fucking crazy. And damn, yo, Skip make a really good point with that as far as the during the period of 17 days of Kendrick, Drake basically, taunting Kendrick to drop. Like, yeah, they was really trying to suppress him and change the narrative to enough to where, he'd be too scared to drop or it's too late. And yeah, he wanted to make sure that he shuffled through all of what Kendrick was gonna say first, so he could respond ahead of time and make it seem like he's just so calculated, this war decorated general and all this other shit. When you got a cheat code, bro. Like, come on, man. Let's just be for real, man. And when I first heard it with the Clipse, I was like, oh, that might actually be a blessing in disguise, bro. And I really think that's what happened for them, honestly. I don't think this would have happened if it wasn't for this shit situation with Drake. But now they would, I'm not gonna say a better team with Rock Nation, but they are at a place to where they had the flexibility to come and go as they please and present their art in the way that they want to present it. Like, that's enough. Just that integrity alone. And shout out to Jay-Z, man. Like, I know a lot of people got a lot of bad things to say about him, and I don't know what all his business dealings is and all this other shit. I don't fucking know. But when it comes to the music, the rap, the art, he's always been able to stand 10 toes on that. Now, granted, he didn't have the best run at Def Jam when he was president at, I think it was Island Def Jam, if I'm not mistaken, but he still was able to garner enough respect in the building to where things were able to, move forward. But this deal with the Clipse it's unprecedented in the sense that, like I was saying, like they're able to come in with an album already finished. So they don't have to, in this new deal, negotiate money for studio time, promotion, marketing, all this, and just the foundation you would need to start working on your project. They're coming in with a finished album already. So all you got to do is work out the minor details, dot these T's, dot the I's, let the promo build up from the switching over from Def Jam to over here, and then it dropped July 11th. That's a great ass rollout, in my opinion. And I think it's like Skip said, it's going to do a lot better than it originally was going to do. Uh, Shout out to 72 Pounds. Absolutely. This is definitely good for Jay Z's brand as well. Because if you think about it, like, I mean, however you want to look at it, Clipse was in a moment where they were in trouble. They were, because they weren't able to release the album like they wanted to. They were being suppressed in what they can and can't say. So yeah, they was in a tight spot. But the fact that Jay-Z came through with Rock Nation, was able to give them a voice or a place to come to and do what they please, like that's a great ass look for other artists who may consider wanting to go over to Rock Nation if they'll look out for them like that. Now, of course, granted, Push in Malice is of that cloth, same cloth that Jay-Z is from, so he just automatically respected. But I definitely feel as though it would paint a better light for Rock Nation, especially with all the back and forth negative press they've been receiving from the Mid the Stallion and Tory stuff. Like, this is good press for Rock Nation right now. Absolutely. Let's see. I think y'all was saying something. I missed a comment. Oh, shout out to Naya. Let's see. You said, is there a successful artist who's have a distribution deal with Rock Nation? Most artists I know only have a management deal with Rock Nation. A distro deal? I don't know actually, because wait a minute, is J. Cole? Did J. Cole, was his deal like a distro deal through Rock Nation, or was he actually just like a signed artist? Let's look it up and see. Dream World, Cold World, no blanket. That's terrible. Loving and Anita. Okay, here we go. Dreamville Records, American label founded by American rapper J. Cole and his manager. Okay, it's currently distributed through Interscope. But okay, so it was originally distributed through Roc Nation, but now it's through Interscope. So, okay. Gotcha. So, I mean, yeah, to answer your question, Naya, I guess J. Cole, but I mean, their roster was never really that big to begin with. I know Rita Ora was over there at one point, but I don't know how they how her deal would be structured and things like that. So I don't know. I'm not sure on that. Especially with her being like a Latino artist and things like that. So I'm not sure. Pusha T been calling this all shit from the beginning. Yeah, shout out to you, D2B2. Like it's always like it's a line, push line you can go back and reference for every step of this battle, litigation, like everything. It's a line that you can pull out somewhere. Let's see. Post Carter 4 Clipse look like superheroes already. Let's see. I see y'all in here talking about the BET Awards. I did want to watch it actually, because they really trying to make it seem like they want to put the effort and the emphasis on having our own award show and having it actually matter and things like that. Kevin Hart was on a really, I guess detailed press run in a sense, basically trying to say, we finna make it pop again, basically. So I was kind of interested to see how the show went because, yeah, I mean the BET Award. Let's just be real; it fell off a long time ago. The relevance of it was in the can. It don't even get like shown on TV anymore. Like it's stuff that you hear after the fact. So it's like I don't know. So it was interesting to see like they acknowledge that the BET Awards isn't what it was, and they want to put forth the effort to make it great again. So I think that's cool.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. She good, boss man?
Was the mic muted?
Nah, we heard all that, boss man.
Wow.
Izzy was cutting up. Izzy was cutting up.
Yeah, I thought I had it muted, man. My bad.
It's all good.
Goodness, she cut up, man. About nothing. Don't you love it? When they cut up like that about nothing. What were you talking about?
I was just reading the comments and just responding to folks, and they was talking about the BET Awards and Naya had posted a question. I want to ask you now too, Naya in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
She said, because I was talking about how good of a look the Clipse coming to Roc Nation is for Jay-Z and the brand. And yet I was mentioning because they've had so much negative press right now with the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory stuff going back and forth. This is a good look for them. And Naya said, is there a successful artist who has had a distribution deal with Roc Nation? Most artists I know only have a management deal with them. And I looked up, I mean, J. Cole's the only one that really comes to mind because they were originally distributed through Roc Nation, like the actual label itself. But now they're distributed through Interscope now. So they're not with Roc Nation. They're not affiliated anymore. So I can't think of nobody else other than Cole. But I mean, but they have artists there, but I just don't know what their situations is.
Yeah, and he said, and Stephen Victor said that Jay-Z said they'll have the full marketing of Roc Nation. And if Roc Nation has been doing anything recently, they have been marketing theirs.
Yeah.
So I think the success of the distro will just be a byproduct because they'll be getting that a lot of the full label focus just with having the distro deal and the fact that they have a relationship that extends beyond the normal artist to record label management company relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Jay and Push, like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. Pharrell's in it. Like this is one of those situations where good friends get to do. Hopefully this is a situation where good friends get to do good business. And
Right.
based off what Steve and Victor said, it was a really good deal. It was a very artist friendly deal, and they
Mm-hmm.
will have a lot of the full support from Rock Nation. So I think it'll do good. We have to also be cognizant of what their what their respective level of success is and what that looks like.
And yeah, that's
I
another
don't think
thing.
we should come out of this.
Thinking
Yeah,
they finna
man. I
do
think they're gonna do.
500.
I don't. I think 100 is far and away a successful album first week, but
Right, but you
because
know the people gonna be.
they're more of a niche boutique.
Mhm.
But and so I think realistically,
Yeah.
anything over 40,000, being that they're basically independent,
Mm-hmm.
is a huge success.
Especially for the layoff they didn't have where they haven't done music in years, so they're
Yeah,
not relevant in mainstream hip hop right now. Let's just be real. And I already see the haters coming. As you know, Drake stands gonna be like, "Oh, they only did XYZ, so they did all that only to sell 100,000 copies when Drake does 500,000." Like, nigga, shut up, shut
yeah,
up.
but I don't think in any world without the backing of a major label and without all of that energy being put into them that they're just gonna step out of the bed basically and do 100,000. Like that's what I'm saying. I think anything over 40 is a huge success. Um, if they sell out the shows that they go to, that's a huge success. If that merch sells out, I'm gonna get the vinyl. That's a success.
Of
Like we
course,
have to look at these things relative to their age and stage um in the game. And Gen X, I think the album Let God Sort Them Out will be much better than the Carter 6. But if we think for 1 second that the Clipse is gonna outsell Lil Wayne, we are sadly mistaken. We are talking about an artist who in back-to-back albums almost went platinum.
mm-hmm.
The Carter 4 did 960 first week.
Yep, it sure did.
The Carter 3 did a million plus.
Million. Yeah,
So the
1.5.
fact that Wayne is still doing 100+ thousand of album cycle is a reflection on the huge amount of fans he has, but
Yeah,
also the push that he gets from the label that he's contractually obligated to.
which is UMG.
Yeah, so we can nah. It's too much money to be made in the Little Wayne of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like they able to throw him in amphitheaters and in arenas. They gonna make that money back one way or another. But nah, realistically, nah, we're not doing that because I think they said the Lil Wayne is expected to do like 125 first week or something like that. But
Shit,
nah,
that's crazy. Yeah.
nah, the Clip's not getting close. And that's not an indictment on the quality of their artistry. It's just they're not mainstream like that.
And that's really like the detriment of the narrative Drake has painted all these years with him building his platform on being the numbers guy, being the number one guy that skews the field. Meaning that
Mm-hmm.
if you ain't doing anything close to what Drake is doing, all y'all niggas is flopping. If y'all not doing what Drake is doing. And that's not factual. Like that's like you said, that's not indicative on the quality of the music just because they're not selling what Drake is selling. When we clearly know and understand now, Drake has had a machine behind him. Clearly. He's
Yeah,
had a push his whole
the
time.
machine.
So it's kind of like you can't even really, I mean, you can respect it, but at the same time, it's kind of like you can't because we don't know how much that shit is real and what's fabricated. We don't fucking know, bro, at this point. And I think a lot of that shit is gonna come out before it's said and done, and it's gonna really question his legacy.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to that lady in 1982. Sorry I'm late to the show, but hey, y'all, much appreciated. Thank you for our first super chat of the evening.
Yes, man.
Happy to have you. You know, there's been some shit going on.
Yeah,
The
clearly.
kids through a mini revolt.
Yeah.
But
Shit,
but
storming.
I do agree that culturally there are a lot of people, like when we living in this world of streams and the value of a stream being dwarfed to where it takes a billion streams to a billion plus streams, 1.5 billion streams is a million albums sold. Like think about that. Something on their album has to be played, or their album has to be played in one song or another 1.5 billion times for it to go platinum. You probably haven't even taken that many steps or breaths in your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to look at it from that perspective, like how hard it is to do 100,000 physical, not physical, 100,000 sales through the streaming system. 100,000 times 1,500 is, I don't know, I ain't that smart, but let's just say 150 million.
Mm-hmm.
That might be right. I'm not sure, but if you need 150 million streams to do 100,000, like that's so much attention.
Yes.
That's so much attention.
And without the proper spins and push, like it's hard to keep that level of excitement and interest from a society that's really so fickle and the attention spans go like that. Things go
Yeah.
viral, it stay viral for like a week, and after that it's out of here. You on to
Yeah.
the next thing. So it's kind of like it's tough.
Yay, I got it right. It was 150 million. Yay. But shout out to Miss Mill for that. And she said, I got that Clipse vinyl for you. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. You gotta chill out, man. You got to chill. You got to chill. If that's the case, we definitely gonna do an album review for it. That'll be our next album review. Because I
Of
always
course.
wanted to do like a close up on the album when we do the
Mhm.
the album vinyl reviews.
Unboxing.
Not necessarily an unboxing, but just like because we got the We Are Decipher placard thing. Let me show
Yeah,
you.
of course. Yeah, I
I'm gonna
know.
show them. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think y'all really seen that a lot, really, in our videos. They don't really come up like that.
My wonderful wife for Father's Day or one of my birthdays. And this was early. This was before the channel took off. She got me a deciphered vinyl holder thingy. So when we first started doing our deciphers, if we had the episode, if we had the album, we would put it in this slot.
Mhm.
And so we'll get back to those because we're about to start back doing album reviews. So the Let God Sort Them Out will probably be the next one that gets in the
Mhm.
slit. So I was like, man, this is fire. And you know, she made sure she got the the C and the E capitalized. So I don't know if y'all can see that because of the autofocus, but yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
But what were we talking about? I want to play this Dolce accepted Best Female Hip Hop Artist Award. I want to play it, but I feel like the what's the name gonna get took down. But I don't give a fuck. Let's see.
For what? From the BET
Yeah,
Awards? Oh, okay.
I feel like it might. Let's see.
You had to see it.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, one of our video, like I think the second rap battle video that we did, I don't know if we got that money. You heard me?
Yeah.
I don't know if we got that money. Um, I think we did, but I don't know if we did. Because in the YouTube analytics stuff, it don't count it all of it. Okay, they say don't risk it. Okay, I won't risk it. Okay, so do we want to talk about any more of the clip shit, or do we want to get to the Timbaland and the AI stuff?
Yeah, I think it's time to, because like the more I stay on the clip shit, it just go keep talking about Drake.
Okay.
Because all gonna stem back to that shit at the end of the day. So we can move on.
Hold on. Okay, so LMC 916 Day 1G said Pusha almost dry did close to 60,000 first week and went number one. He was signed to UMG at the time though. And that's what I'm saying. So like that's a byproduct of him coming off of what was a widespread it was a universally accepted classic album in Daytona, him beating Drake in the rap battle, and then coming to this. So I think that they have the opportunity for another rollout that's advantageous for them. I think that there is a lot of excitement in the hip hop circles as it relates to their reunion and this album. So I just think it depends on the push that they get from Rock Nation. That's why I say 40,000 is successful. And anything over that is like great, especially because if they're in an artist friendly deal and they got like an 80-20 split or something like that with Rock Nation, and then they probably got a 70-30 split with UMG Def Jam.
Yeah.
So they probably make away with maybe 50%, 38 to 50%. No, 50 to 62% of the raw sales, and they're getting it 80 cents on the dollar from UMG 80 cents on the dollar from Rock Nation after they get a cut to UMG. They can make out good because then they go on tour after that and they got the merch and all of that stuff. So I think they could work. They could get away with $1 million, like after everything, and that's successful. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know Pharrell not busting their head for these beats, so they got one of the best producers in hip hop history under tow. So for the cheap, so I think their budget isn't that expensive.
Yeah,
and I think also like, go ahead. What you about to say?
I would just say like they'll be able to make that money back that they had to spend to get out of the Def Jam deal. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to at least break even, at least.
And I think realistically, that's probably the goal.
Yeah.
And anything over there is a success. But let me read these new super chats that just came in. Shout out to Gen X. She said, "Congratulations on 26,000. Let's get them to 30K. Like the video and subscribe. Much appreciated. Much appreciated." Cause yeah, man, it happened quietly. I ain't say nothing to you, DJ. I was just like, you know.
I saw it.
I made a big deal of 25, and I'll reserve the big deal until we hit 30. Shout out to MS Bynum, Marquita. She said, congrats on 26,000. Much appreciated. We are on the road to 30,000. We getting like the musical scene is starting to warm back up. So we'll be able to do more reactions and breakdowns and all of that shit. So
yeah,
all of that good shit. But let's get to this Timbaland, man. Because
hold on. Let's say that for last. We can talk about Wayne. Let's talk about Wayne real quick because that won't take long. Then we can say
what about Lil Wayne? Because I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to play the song.
Well, no, I don't want to play no song. I'm just saying, like, I mean, you had it in the title. I think we at least mention it.
Yeah, unapologetic. I think it was unapologetic. She was asking that we do it live. I just don't want to get
no, not with all the shit.
I don't want to run no more copyright claims.
Yeah, with all the shit going on with UMG right now, I don't want to deal with none with them niggas, bro. I'm good. I'm good on that. Like we already gonna do a album reaction to it. That's most likely that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, be demonetized. So that's gonna be enough right there alone. So I don't want to run the risk of doing this shit on here too. And we good. But I just want
to really gonna be demonetized. Only the independent artists whitelist their music. That's it.
You know, I just I brought up the car seat just to address that. Like I said, we have not heard any song off this album yet. Like we're waiting to do it in studio. We're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying, as an actual reaction. But just listening and seeing the comments from y'all, of course, in the comments in the Patreon chat and just all over social media, I have not seen one good thing about this album, bro.
Yeah, because that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. No.
No, not
Um,
tomorrow. Not
okay,
tomorrow.
not tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
I'll talk to you about it.
okay, are you good for Friday at least?
Yeah, Friday's good.
Okay, so Friday we'll do.
We could do like Thursday and Friday maybe if you want.
I gotta work Thursday.
What about Wednesday? I could do Wednesday.
I work Wednesday and Thursday. We'll just have to do the 11 through 25 Friday.
Okay.
And maybe if we can do it Sunday.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that Wayne shit might be on the back burner, man. Look at that trash ass album. we got shit that we are trying to desperately get through with this top 25 list.
So I mean, okay, let's do. So you want us to go ahead and listen to it and just talk about it on the live? You want to do that?
Okay.
Like
they said muted, so hold on, because y'all wanted us to listen to the Elephant song, right?
Yeah, I mean they Oh man, so you just want to go ahead and just listen to it on our own, and then we talk about it on the live?
Hold on, yeah. Let me find it. It's called Peanuts to an Elephant.
What up, though? All my niggas cutthroat, cut a nigga head off, he looking like you combo, smoking like double Dutch, all you niggas.
Hold on.
That shit sound ass already. That shit sound ass already, bro.
All right, hold on.
Oh god.
What up, though? All my niggas cutthroat, cut a nigga head off, he looking like you combo, smoking like double Dutch, all you niggas cutthroat, surfing the cup, 3 points like nothing. Hands on hands in my pants, that's a drum roll. But I can't remember my heart, though. All my bitches bro. I'm feeling the back like the cat. Go Dumbo, they gon' go up-oh. Elephant in the room, but I can't get out the jungle. That's a fucking jungle. Big face, Virgos. Bitch got an elephant moving out of front rows.
Hold on.
Go Dumbo, they gon' go up-oh.
They gon' go oh.
That's a fucking jungle. Big face, Virgos. Bitch got an elephant moving out of front rows. She's that gas man face and straight gun smoke. Niggas with the man face, smash face, snub nose. I ain't snuffing up against, but you could get snuffed though, the gun go. Talking real shit is irrelevant. I need to just feel the elephant. I'm the wrong elephant to fuck with. You run the dick, I have the drunk. The drunk already elephant is time. You get the doggy like pearls. When I bring this elephant in the drunk.
All right, that's it. Nah.
Oh, bro, that's an album cut. That's an album cut.
Terrible.
That's what you thought of your critically acclaimed Carter series?
Like that, look up.
Like What the fuck?
Bro, he's trash. Hold on, let me
looking like Dumbo.
Bro, did you hear this beat?
That's it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. These the type beats that Eminem be making that folks be like they be so fire. And then he get on the whole talking about I'm gonna be like a dad and fart. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is a song Eminem should have been on.
I need medicine for heart. Like I'm just a penny salt. Like some gelatin, they tell me kid. On your belly, bitch. Face down, ass up. I need leverage. Numb down. About measurements. Used to be a skeleton. Shit. Talking all that shit is irrelevant. You need to just be the elephant. I'm around.
No, Skip, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no, man.
Hey man, let me talk to you. That's you? Hey, don't look at me like that, man. Say something. Right here. This you? Let me play it. That's you? Dr. Carter? That's you? 3P, Mr. Carter, that's you? That's what you turned into? That's what you giving us now? You should be ashamed of your older self, man. You should be ashamed. Real talk. Look at your face all full before the drugs. Look at you. You had a life full of hope in front of you. And now you making songs with elephant backtracks in them. I can't believe you, bro. We was with you. Lights out. Block is hot.
What about
as DJ say all the time, squad up.
Squad up.
Carter 1, Carter 2. This one, even you weren't as good as you was previously, but you had crossed over, so we let it rock. And you gave us three albums of leaks, so we was cool. We just wanted you to shine. What happened?
What about Dr. Carter Hip Hop? I Saved Your Life. Where did that go?
He saved it, then gave it fentanyl. He saved hip hop, then put it on Fent Dog. What happened, bro? For real, what happened? You can tell me. We ain't got to tell them. Okay. I can understand that. 20 years? Yeah. 20 years is a long time.
You ran out of shit to rap about?
Yeah.
Did the Cash Money deal really destroy your creative process?
Hold on, DJ, he talking. Hold on. Okay. So when you went to jail, like that was the healthiest you ever felt? Then why you ain't keep doing the jail shit? Why you ain't keep doing burpees, nigga? The lean was too. So it was the lean. Well, you know that shit was liquid heroin, right? Oh, you found that out. You found that out after the fact. Yeah, bro. You was basically strung out on heroin for 2 decades, bro. It's a blessing you still here to be for real.
Especially after all the seizures. Oh, Lord.
You walking around really like 118 pounds, bro. You look sick. I wonder if you knew when you was this young that this was what was gonna happen to you. I'm very disappointed that you let the rap game stop you from being who you were supposed to be.
It's something that you forgot. It's something that you forgot, and I really don't think you know what it is to make a good album anymore. I think you lost the plot, buddy.
You forgot about the pad. You forgot about the pen.
Listen, I know you made a song that was 30 minutes long where you ripping out every song in your notepad saying that you'll never write again, but maybe it's time to get back to that, you know? Kind of,
it's over. It's over, bro.
Maybe channel your thoughts a little bit, you know? I don't know.
Hold on, let me talk to you one more time. Look, man. Okay, so I make this deal with you. If you promise to never, ever show up in your current state again, I stop making fun of you. And maybe I'll start by listening to you when you was this young or young. But I won't know until like 10 years from now. Because I can't start back listening, then you do this again. Because like the people who really rock with you, when they see this picture, they get hopeful. They start to remember when you was actually good and shit. Mm-hmm. Like when Gilly was writing your raps and teaching you how to rap like a Philly boy. I remember when Manny first was giving you the style to bounce on, no did. When you was running up behind Judah trying to perfect the bounce, no did. I remember.
Gilly, man, I don't think these niggas can really fuck with me. The gun up and urgent with Gertie. Not black. Yeah, what happened to that?
I remember Philly Bull JR. I remember that.
When the corner like Ripkin, nigga. The 40 cal Ripper, nigga. Ripkin, nigga.
I'm sad, bro. Like, and you been and don't get it twisted. Like, I'm mad about the Carter 6, like your newest rendition, but you've been trash for like 15 years, bro.
That's a fact.
You've been trash since the Carter 4, bro. Real talk. You really been trash. What came out before the Carter 4? Was it Was it I'm Not a Human Being, Rebirth? Like that's when you got trash.
Yeah, I Am Not a Human. I'm Not a Human Being. Then yeah, Carter.
Which is the one that had Bill Gates on it?
I Am Not a Human, Part 1.
That's when you officially got trash. That was the best song on that project, and that was the only glimmer of hope we had for you.
Yeah, hold on, Skip. Hold on now.
The album's trash.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't until I Am Not a Human Being Part 2. That's the one you thinking of.
Wayne been trash. Wayne been trash for a long time.
Bro.
Wayne been trash for a long time, and it's finally time to have a conversation. And we ain't gonna drag it too much. Yeah. This won't be the conversation. This will just be a prologue to the conversation. But
yeah,
Wayne, you've been trash for a long time. You've been trash for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You have glimmers when you have less and less control over the given environment. Mm-hmm. You are like the adverse of Eminem. Eminem is a horrible feature artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when he's in his own world, he can kind of warp it to what fits him the best. So when you look at like a Marshall Mathers LP2 or Kamikaze, which is straight, Music to Be Murdered by The Death of Slim Shady, really good. But when he get on features, he do way too much. Way too much. Wayne, when he get on features where he has minimal creative control, he does the best. So when you go look at was it Saturday Mornings on Corday album, you listen to this track that he had on the Big Shine album before this one, his verse on the Tyler, his multiple verses with Tyler, like his verse on A Seat at the Table, the Solange joint from back when he was good. It's just really disappointing, bro. Like, why ain't been on drugs? He was playing with the cup. He started playing with the cup during the leaks. So post Carter 2, when he started hanging around with Jewels, and look at Jewels, he ain't got no teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Jewels drunk and smoked and probably shot up his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So like the whole I can't feel my face. Y'all thought that was something cool to say, or y'all thought that was the drugs kicking in? Who else say I can't feel my face? The Weeknd, a known connoisseur of cocaine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody says I can't feel my face under normal circumstances. It's always an upper involved.
Dedication 3, Dedication 4, Dedication 5, Dedication 6, Free Weezy album, I Am Not a Human Being Part 2, Carter 5. That's like almost 10 projects back to back to back. That's how I know this shit was trash when the mixtape started being trash. The mixtapes has been your bread and butter that people have put you on such a high pedestal for. It's the mixtape game. That's what, well, I'm not going to say that's what holds your legacy, but that's what people go back to automatically when you think of peak Wayne. You think of all the mixtapes. You think of Dedication 1, 2, Drought 1, 2, and 3. What was the shit? I can't remember. It's a whole bunch of them shit. Squad Up. Like, those are the times you think of peak Wayne. You don't even think of peak Wayne from albums. You think of peak Wayne from the mixtapes where you had, you know what I'm saying, the ability to do, you know what I'm saying, certain things. But now the mixtape started getting trash, which carries into all the albums. bro, you have been on a steep decline for a long time. And I don't know if it's because of the deal with Baby and the back and forth with that, and you know what I'm saying, the whole shit with you and Drake. I don't fucking know what it is, but all I know is we did not ask for, nor do we need a Carter 6. The Carter 5 didn't even go over well enough. Let's just be real. I can't hear that. That shit is,
bro. And that Donald Trump line just shows how tone deaf he is, bro. Okay, we ain't about to serious it out. Life is too serious. I know y'all don't come here for that. It's several different. Thank you, Miss Mill. It's several different channels that y'all can come for that. And I try to use this as an escape too. That's why I try not to make shit too deep, but it's certain stuff we can't get away from. And I'm gonna say this really quick.
Yeah.
If this album, if that line was uttered out of his mouth post October 2024, that's it. Sorry, that's it.
Okay. Well, yeah, because
like
I said,
I know where it goes from there.
Because truthfully, if we're gonna do a deep dive on Wayne's career in the fall off, that's something that I would need to chronicle. Like, I mean, I could tell it, but I want to have this shit lined up. You know, what I'm saying?
I didn't want to give him because I know when we do the reaction that we want to leave some, you know, some crumbs on the.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say too much, but yeah, man, Wayne, the album trash from that song. I can tell if that's the gear he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
if that's what's the gear that you in off of, you having to prove yourself for not getting the Super Bowl and all that other shit. If that's what you came up with,
that nigga really said, like, he really turned the energy from that "Don't Stop" into a whole song with a Game Boy Donkey Kong beat. That shit sound like, you know, like when you get like a like when you used to get the PlayStation back in the day, the PlayStation 1, like the original PlayStation, not the PS1, nothing. Like when you got the original PlayStation and it had like a demo of a game, like not Crash Bandicoot, but the other one, what was the name of it? The one that used to be dancing.
Parappa the Rapper.
I guess that's kind of what this sounds like.
The rapping dog.
Yeah, when they used to be dancing and shit. That's what this sounds like. Bro, this is garbage. Like, it's such a bad look on his legacy because it's like, why? Like, how did you get to that point when, as goofy as he was last year, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre dropped a really good album.
Facts.
Common, Pete Rock, really good album.
LL, facts.
LL, really good. These are artists who are at least 10 years older than you. At least.
But also, I know you just said this, Skip, but he is the shining example, beacon of this shit. Nas dropped 6 albums in 2 years. All 6 fire. All of them. There is no excuse.
I'm sorry.
There's no excuse. If Nas can do it, I'm not saying you have to rap at the level of Nas, but Nas had the complete package on all those albums. Songs, delivery, bars, presentation, album sequencing, chemistry with his producer. Everything was there that you need to have a great album. There is no excuse. If Nas don't sing or don't rap another lyric, they'll make another album. He is solidified and proved everybody wrong.
He got an argument for the greatest rapper of all time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no other debate for me at this point. He's proven everything that he's needing to prove now. So for people like Wayne, that you only maybe 8 years removed from him, or so. 'Cause I think Wayne like 42. I think Nas, I think like right at 50.
Bro, Vince Staples is 49 years old and he put out a good album last year.
Excuse me?
Vince Staples is 49 years old, bro. And he put out a great album last year.
Nah, stop playing with me. Vince is 49. Stop playing with me, bro.
Nah, he just act old. That's
okay.
Like,
what the fuck? Okay, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, The Death of Slim Shady. Really good album last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Yes, it was.
When you what really trips you out is that you realize Cole, Drake, Schoolboy Q, Absol, all of them niggas is in a 5-year radius of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne not that old, bro.
It's not. He not, bro.
Wayne is just about. How old is Future? Is Future 40?
Yeah, Future 40 something. Yes, I know that.
Future
for a fact.
is 40. Like they are right there. Jid is 39. Jid is 39. You feel what I'm saying? JPEG Mafia is 92 years old. You see the baldy? JPEG Mafia is 92 years old, bro. It just doesn't make sense, bro.
And then even if you just want to say
Wayne ain't even, Wayne will be 30, he'll be 43 this year.
Like Jay-Z dropped an amazing project at his age still. Last 444, that was his last album.
Let's see how old Jay-Z was when 444 came.
That's a great ass album, bro. From start to finish. So like it's no excuse, bro. Age is not a factor, bro. It's just not. Not when it comes to rap.
Jay-Z was 47 years old when his album 444 was released on June 30th, 2017.
47? Sheesh.
Shout out to Miss Mia. She said, Nas is your brain, Wayne is your brain on drugs. Roll the scene from Scary Movie. Let me read some of these super chats. Shout out to Jen X. She said muted and listening to the elephant song so we can watch our faces. Yeah, we did that. Shout out to Dre with the super chat. Switch the algorithm breakdown over the Carter 6 reaction. we gonna get to it, bro. We're gonna get to it.
Shout out to Dre, man.
Shout out to Dre. Gotta respect them putting on for the spot. Got to. Yeah. So we'll get to it. We get, as you know, we got some stuff in the way, but we'll definitely get to it, and we'll do it on Patreon. Shout out to D2B2. I think the only thing worse than being J. Cole when Skip is crashing out on him is being Lil Wayne when Skip and DJ are utterly disappointed in you, your new art, and what you become. Because it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Because Wayne is who I grew up on, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's the peak time of my musical love for music. Wayne was a big portion of that. So absolutely, I'm utterly disgusted and disappointed every time a new album dropping. That shit is trash. I'm sorry, that shit hurt it pisses me off to my core. And I'm just like, even when I go back and listen to the shit that's good, it still don't hit the same because I know where you go from here. It just all so it just like, oh, bro.
Shout out to Easy McConnell. Conway and Benny are 63 years old. Do you get that, DJ?
Yeah, bro.
They're 63 years old, bro.
And they make great albums.
Great. Whoa.
Benny do.
Benny do. He don't make no fucking great albums, nigga.
Benny do make. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Great. Name the last great Benny album other than Burden of Proof.
Everybody can't go.
That shit ain't great. It's good. Come on now.
That shit is a great album, bro.
Great. What you rated out of 10?
I don't know. We're gonna get to that.
All right.
All right.
Nigga talking about some great niggas.
All right. Hold on. We gonna get to that. All right. Slow your roll. Your roll.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you the one said great. I'm just trying to see where you at.
And I'm standing on it. I'm just saying I ain't ready to get into that just yet.
Okay, so what does great start at in your ranking system?
Roll to 100, 11 through 25.
Nah, that ain't what I'm saying. if you're rating an album out of 10, where do you start to say it's great?
8 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. I'm not saying great to like 9.
Nah, 9 is amazing. 9.5 is a classic. I think
great and amazing are not too far from me. Because I got 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5 is
I don't think that that's far off saying the 8 is a great album, bro. I don't think that that's far off, though. I really think that's a good place for it. So what would you say great? Like a 5?
Okay, if I'm going out of 10, great starts at like 8.5. Amazing is a 9.
But it's still an 8 though.
That's
different.
All I'm saying. It's a big difference between the 8 and the 8.5 for me. That's why I have the point system, because I don't just have 8 flat, then 8.5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's much space between the 8 and the 8.5. But we in the weeds. The point is, Benny don't have no great albums, like just a bunch of them hoes. Like he got Burden of Proof, he got Tana Talk 3, and that might be it as far as great albums go.
All right, bro. Okay, we'll save it, bro. I don't want to get too deep into that right now.
All right,
because I tell already, our list ain't gonna be the same. Our list ain't gonna be the same. I tell you that.
Beautiful. And that's beautiful. I'm glad they ain't gonna be the same. I'm glad they ain't gonna be the same, because that way they say we ain't whatever. But hey man, y'all make sure y'all pull up and watch the Road to 100. I gotta upload episode.
Speaking of that, shout out to Skip, bro. I love how you did episode 1 and 2, bro. That shit was fire.
What I do?
When you put it like back to back,
put them together. Oh yeah, that's how I'm gonna do them. So that way it's not an episode every day for 20 days.
Yeah, no, that shit was tough. I was like, oh shit, I like this. And just going back, it was so cool going back to watching episode 1, because I ain't seen none of these episodes since we did them. And you could just tell, like through over the time of us doing all the episodes, we got better as we went along.
I mean, we didn't know what we was doing at first.
Yeah, the first episode was cool, but I'm just like, I can tell from that episode to what we just did like 2 weeks ago, it's not the same, bro. It's not. So I'm like, damn. But
because we were trying to get a hang of it. Yeah, because that was our first like stint with pre-recorded StreamYard stuff too. But shout out to Black Hiller. She said, Skip is being a crazy bougie Virgo. You will not win, DJ Southern Legend. It's not about winning. But I would say this. I'm a self-proclaimed rap snob, so I accept that. I ain't gonna fight you though.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't do. I don't argue with Virgos like that. Yeah, I got too much experience with Virgos. Y'all take it too far, bro. I'm good with y'all.
Well, you know, I'm always keep it respectful. We ain't gonna never get to that point. We've been in group chats where it's gotten disrespectful. Not between me and DJ. But where it's just been like, I gotta hit DJ on the side. Hey, cuz everything straight?
Yeah, man.
You good, bro? I'll be mad, but you straight. All right, we cool. But shout out to Helenette, member for 6 months. Looking forward to the pop out anniversary. When is it? Juneteenth?
Yeah, Juneteenth.
Okay.
That's something else we got to do, because they've been asking for it, Skip. So we got to do it.
Goodness gracious.
We got to do
it. It's good to have stuff to do. That means job security. That's what they tell me at work.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's job security. Shout out to Nia. She said y'all too passionate. What the hell?
I mean, what the hell? What the hell I say?
What you mean? What you mean by that?
Nah, I don't think we would. If we were passionate enough, y'all wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So just don't hold it. Don't charge to the game, not our hearts. We'll just leave it there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna do it. It won't be the full pop out. It'll be Kendrick's part. And maybe and maybe we might skip to Tyler's part when he came out. But
just to show the difference.
It'll just be that, and it'll just be that.
Yeah.
Thanks for teasing y'all. Virgo. Hey, y'all finna chill out. Oh, I think they're talking about Virgos. The Virgos are too passionate. We love the passion. We match energy. Okay, I think that's a Gemini thing. Yeah, man. Shout out to Down and Dix. There will be no Virgo slander on this channel, fam. There will be no Virgo slander on this channel, fam. No Virgo slander on this channel, fam.
Yeah.
All the youths in the chat.
All the youths
in the chat, we're going to be respectfully. All the youths in the chat, we're going to be respectfully.
All the youths. Boy, Drake is an idiot, boy. Oh,
you're going to be respectful, youth, fam. Virgos and Sagittarius match perfectly. My wife is a Sagittarius. I know all about that. We blend like this. We're yin and yang. So I 3,000% stand on this comment. Easy in the corner. I stand on that 3,000%. Let me see. Oh, shout out to Habitual Line Stepper just because. Here's to another lit live, guys. Wish I could stay. Peace. Oh man. Hey, catch that replay though. Catch that replay. If it's down, it's because UMG snatched it, and I'm trying to get it back. Taking that garbage Lil Wayne song out, but it'll be back up.
Yeah.
Gemini season. Okay. My future wife is a Sag too, and if you're a Virgo, it's gonna be great. Y'all gonna match up beautifully. Like they bring the fire. We're calm and cool, but we have that fire side to us. So it's just a great balance. It's I don't know. I can't really explain it. You know what I mean? It's like the glass is neither half empty or half full at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. We finna jump on Timbaland or what?
Yeah, let's go into the Timbaland because I ain't got too much to say about Wayne. So
okay, man. Hey, Gen X won Album of the Year at the BET Awards, as expected.
As it should.
As expected.
Move it on.
Very well. Very well. I'm glad they put respect on him because the American Music Awards decided to give it to Eminem.
Which is crazy.
I got some good news.
What's up?
I recently stopped listening to the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay, I got a lot of my stuff from you when you used to watch.
I had to let it go, bro. I had to let it go. And after we finish this, because we can do this and we'll go into the Wale and then we'll do Timbaland for last. So I want to do this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I get into that, I don't know if y'all been watching the Joe Budden podcast as of late, but ever since they brought in Mark Lamont Hill, who's been a great addition. He's been exposing them, bro. They've been doubling down on the problematic behavior because now they feel like they have a safety net.
Oh, it's Mark go save them.
So look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to temper their misogyny or their stupid takes or their lack of intellect. They can just be willfully ignorant and all of this stuff because they have Mark Lamont there to be the voice of reason in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's disgusting to watch.
Yeah.
Like Mark Lamont, it's crazy watching him trying to speak sense on the most basic level to Queensfoot, Ish, Joe.
Sometimes
it's disgusting, but Ice too, but Ice more so shut up.
Yeah.
But it's just disgusting to watch. And watching like how since Mark came, like how they treat Mel, it's just crazy, bro. Like every time that he in her defense, they try to make it seem like they be having sex, or they try to make it seem like everybody on the cast and had sex with Mel, and the Diddy defense and the Tory defense, like all of this stuff just happening in like the last 2 months. It's just like, bro, I can't watch y'all no more. Like I cannot watch y'all, bro, because now it's like he has freed them to really stand on a lot of stuff that they've been believing and like been pushing out, but now they can like go 10 toes deep into it because they can just be like, we don't fact check here, or it's part of the brand, or this, that, and the third. And it's just like, nah, bro, like I can't support it. And a big reason I had been watching them for so long is because it was entertaining to a certain extent, and the episodes were so long. So like I could get through them. I listened to 2 Joe Budden episodes. That's my whole shift at work.
Yeah.
But now, like since Mark Lamont came, it's been a good thing because they got a voice of reason in the room, but it's been a bad thing because of how they took that and perverted it into something completely different. And it's just like, do I want to listen to him like try to battle 6 idiots all day, or do I want to watch him on his own platform? You feel what I'm saying? Like there was a heyday for the Joe Budden podcast. We're just not in it anymore. But that leads me to Wale, and then we'll, like I said, we'll get into the Timbaland, because I feel like that requires a lot of nuance to have that conversation, and I want to have time for that, because we probably got about 45 minutes before we got to get out of here. But story time, real quick story time. I know y'all like or dislike when I do story time, but I promise you it has a purpose. I don't know if I told you this, DJ, but this is before we met. So me and my wife, the Sagittarius and Virgo blending was coming together in holy matrimony, right? So we needed a videographer, and I didn't know any at the time, but one guy, and you know him.
Yeah, you told me this.
Okay, so him, so we'll call him Bernard for the sake of the conversation and anonymity. So Bernard was doing his thing in videography in the city or whatever, and I was like, hey bro, Brian, I've known you since we was like 6. He was outside when I got bit by the dog that I told y'all about a couple streams ago. Like he was one of the people who ran in their house. You know, he stayed like 3 houses down from me. So we had got back acquainted in our adult years. So I was like, yeah, bro, that would be great. You know what I'm saying? If you would do us the honor and, you know, doing the videography for our wedding. And he was like, yeah, bro, I'll do it. I'm gonna cut y'all a deal. Boom, 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 boom. So Bernard hit me up like 2 weeks before the wedding. It was like, hey man, I can't do the wedding because Gerald and Ulysses is gonna be there, and they disrespected me really bad recently, and I don't know if I can shoot the wedding with them being there, because I might lash out and ruin your wedding, right? So I was like, well, you sure? Like, we'll pay you extra. Like, we'll put 50%, we'll give you a 50% extra buffer to be professional. And he was like, nah, bro, I can't do it, bro. I just lose it. Right? So it was like, all right, cool. We got, well, if you can't perform, you can't perform. So the wedding invites had already went out. They had already went out. Or whatever. So the wedding passes. It was a great time. Bernard didn't come because Bernard didn't have an invite, and Bernard was no longer contracted to work. So Ulysses and Ulysses' brother, well, Ulysses was he was one of the groomsmen, and Ulysses' brother just happened to be there, because our families were cool at the time. So 6 months later, I'm talking to my brother Ozu, and he was like, hey man, Bernard don't fuck with you no more. And I was like, what? I was like, what happened? I noticed, I thought I went tripping. I couldn't see his post no more on Facebook. He's like, yeah, but he blocked your ass. And I was like, what happened? And he was like, you ain't invite Bernard to your wedding, bro. And I was like, so you mean to tell me the same nigga who told me if I pay him over $1,000 to be our videographer, and this back in 2017, this is before videographers was getting thousands and thousands of dollars for videography. So he was giving us a deal originally. We was about to pay him close to market value. So he stopped being my friend and stopped communicating with me because I wouldn't invite him to the same wedding that he said he would have ruined if being in the presence of Ulysses and Ulysses' brother and family.
That was also a groomsman, so you gonna see him.
Exactly. It's no way to avoid Ulysses and Ulysses' brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm telling y'all this story is, it amazes me how after all of this time, people hold resentment and reimagine the reality to make things make sense to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we got to talk about Wale and his reimagining of reality as it pertains to Kendrick Lamar at the BET Awards or at the Soul Train Awards.
Like if you lie to yourself long enough, you'll eventually start believing a lie.
And then you can start contorting it to make it fit a longer running narrative that you have.
And then you believe it so much to where you literally live the lie now. So like even your lie is going to garner a certain emotional attachment or attention because you've attached yourself to a lie that you made up yourself. So now you actually believe the lie that you're telling.
Yeah.
And
it causes you
to be
physical stress. It causes you physical stress. Like I haven't, bro, like I said, before we even got into this and me bringing up that the Virgo and Sagittarius thing made me think about it, but it's just like, bro, I'll be married, like our wedding anniversary will be 8 years this year. I ain't heard from Bernard in almost a decade because he felt that I wronged him for not inviting him to a situation that he already told me would be volatile for him.
So why would I put you in that situation?
Why would I do that? Why would I risk ruining something I spent tens and thousands of dollars for it to be a success after you told me to my face? Because we didn't have, like, I pulled up on him. We had this conversation face to face, and you told me, yeah, bro, I can't look at them because if I look at them, I might ruin your wedding. So you think I'm gonna invite you?
Hey, what are we gonna do differently? Like, if anything, it'd be better if you came and worked because you'll have something to do.
You got something to lose at that point.
So
you got a brand new you got a whole bunch of blue hundreds in your pocket that you just got. But that wasn't enough. But now you don't fuck with me because I didn't invite you to the wedding. But that goes into, like I said, I want to talk about the Wale thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing how people reimagine the truth. And he was saying on the Joe Budden podcast, which is where everything comes together. Look how I come around, though. And Wale was saying to the effect of somebody, a rep from the Soul Train Awards, like they tapped him on the shoulder and told him, "Hey man, you're about to win this award."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay. And somewhere between that tapping and the end of his story, Kendrick Lamar won an award.
Okay.
Now, shout out to our cousin Mona. Like, I'm telling you, bro, she's famous. She DMing Wale today. Like, bro, I've been telling her, like, bro, you're famous, bro. You be doing shit normal people can't do. Like, she got Wale in the back channels having communication. But anyway, so long story short, Wale either completely misremembered it or did what Bernard did. He contorted the story to fit a narrative that made him feel better about himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we are big advocates of Wale, like as a platform. So it kind of hurts me to do what I'm about to have to do to him.
Pack him out.
You feel what I'm saying? So
pack him out.
He said, well, the conversation that him and Mona had, and if y'all want to go watch the video for more details, this is almost a 30-minute video.
Yeah.
Their conversation condensed into, "Hey fam, you sure that's what happened?" "Yeah, I think that's what happened, beloved." "Well, I got the video that shows where you were actually awarded on stage. Well, not awarded, but the award was given was they said your name and your song on stage, and this nigga responded and said, "Nah, they dubbed the audio."
Excuse
So
me.
long story short, because I want to drag him, like I don't want to get caught in the minutia, but Wale wasn't there when they announced that he won the award that he thought Kendrick got announced for.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick got announced for a completely different award.
Mm-hmm.
Like 40 minutes later in the show.
Yeah.
And I think all of that comes from a long stemming like list of insecurities that a lot of artists that he came up with in the blog era have with Kendrick Lamar.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. Whether it be Cole, we already know about Drake. Like a step above his, well, a step before his era. Lupe Fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking what's the other dude name that never dropped until Jay-Z gave him permission? What was his name?
Goddamn Jay Electronica.
Yeah, Jay Electronica. I couldn't think of nothing to throw shade on him outside of being what they call it, bro, what they call it when it be like a king or something and he has like a woman that a concubine. He's Erykah Badu's concubine.
Oh, okay. Get it together, Skip. Get it together.
He's Erykah Badu's concubine.
Get it together, Skip. We not doing that. Get it together. Okay. All right. Okay.
He's Erykah Badu's concubine. But okay, so
continue.
Big Sean, now Wale, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, somewhere or another, Snoop Dogg, what's his name? Chuck D. Game. Like, it's just crazy, like how he this tall. How does he make y'all feel away? He this tall.
Because nobody expected him to do what
Ice-T.
done.
Buddy from the Roots. Damn, what's his name? I was finna say Planet Earth. What's cuz name? What's cuz name with the Afro from the Roots?
Huh? Questlove got a problem with him?
He says he said something weird. That's why he was that's why their album cover was referenced in Squabble Up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was using artwork from albums of artists who said something out of the way about him during that time.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so basically everybody but Nas for real and Jay.
Oh, that's unfortunate, bro. So niggas really hate Kendrick, huh?
Yeah, I think he said niggas don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. I'm telling you, it's a shout out to Stella. Whenever she watched this, there is a Kendrick bar for everything. There's a Kendrick bar for everything. But yeah, so while they said that shit, Moni called him on it. She went back and got the actual footage from that award show and like tracked down like how it could have happened. Cause like nobody just wants to say like, yeah, that didn't happen. Like Kendrick ain't do that. It's like, no, like cause at the end of the day, it's bigger than Kendrick. So it's like, okay, that would lead to a bigger issue with the music industry that we need to address, because
I think
Wale's a great artist, so he should be highlighted, because we always say he should get his proper due, but like that's just not what happened in this given situation. And Joe Budden let him get away with that shit, because he said if you put a name on this situation, it'll juice it up. Because Joe is all like they're basically the Shade Room now.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're the Shade Room podcast. But go ahead.
I think what it is when it comes to like just artists in particular, the reason why artists, I don't know about like people like the Roots and Ice Cube and Ice-T, I don't know what they fucking issue is with Kendrick. But as far as like the current artists of his generation, like that blog era, I think what the problem is Kendrick was able to come up and be successful in a way that wasn't in the formulaic way that everybody else from the era had to come through.
Yeah,
he was able to come through and do things in a way that was not of the norm. He was able to be successful by putting out the type of music that he wanted to. Shout out to TDE for having the vision and the creativity to allow him to be himself and do what he wanted to do. But all these other people that you name it, Big Sean had trouble finding a hit. You had to go with the gimmicks and all the antics and the ass to get yourself out there. That shit, because at the end of the day, Big Sean, he considers himself a lyricist, but he's never been really recognized as that. That's why he always finds himself in situations, these beast scenarios and battle situations, because he tries so hard to put himself out there as, I'm the guy that can rap. It's me. Look at me, guys. And he never gets that respect. Kendrick gets that automatically. People like Wale. I mean, you've had that conversation plenty of times on whether or not MMG was the best place for Wale to be at for his career to flourish and things like that. I mean, it was good and bad things I feel that came from that scenario, but ultimately Wale has had trouble in the industry finding his place and making his mark if it's outside of the typical girl record. When it comes to the girl record, the formulated girl record, Wale has the shit in the bag. He can do that shit with the best of them, if not the best from his generation. But in terms of actually being respected for his pen, making a good album from start to finish. I mean, of course, that we know he made good albums, but to the masses, he's not respected that way. Let's just be for real. He's not. So the fact that Kendrick was able to gain everything that he wanted, Kendrick got girl records. He got introspective records. He got records that he rapping on, you know what I'm saying, bar for bar that people love. That's mainstream. These people that hate him from his generation don't have that. And the fact that he was even J. Cole is another one. Like, he was trying so hard to do things in a certain way and follow the formula and things like that. And shit did pay out for him until he started trying to act like Kendrick. He started copying Kendrick, and his career got a little bit of motion, got a little bit of traction at that point. So I think just at the end of the day that people from his generation just truly hate him because he didn't have to do it the way that they did it to get some type of fame or acclaim. He was able to do it in a way that was authentic and genuine to him. And that's why he kept saying, they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent with this authenticity. They hate that shit. So it's just unfortunate, but I think Kendrick is more than confident enough and comfortable enough to bear that cross. If y'all hate me for that shit, that's fine. If that's what y'all mad about, that's fine.
Yeah, and let's go through whatever though.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's go through a couple tweets that was screen grabbed from one of our Dakotas. Shout out to Happy. I don't know if she's in here, but shout out to Happy. And this is from Wale back in December of 2015. New Black Soul, unless you're Wale, then it's too many instruments and hard to understand. Let's think about when they came out. What dropped in 2015, DJ? You know?
Oh, is it To Be Beautiful?
Yeah.
Oh, jazz. Okay.
Hold on, we'll get to this. We'll get to this in a second. I wanna do a little additional part of the crash out.
Now you're confusing me.
What's the album that I speak of so highly from Wale all the time?
Let's see. Is it
the one that I say was on the road to be a classic, but he ruined it?
Oh, is it The Gifted?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wale, my dog.
My G,
my guy. If I could find it, I'd have one of your vinyls on the wall, bro. They're just hard to find because the labels aren't behind you like that. They aren't pushing your music, bro. They aren't making you commercially available. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do about that, but that's difficult. That's one of the things that happens when you ruin classic bodies of work. The Gifted was about 15 songs.
Yes.
8 songs into that album, you were on the way to making a classic album, bro.
Absolutely.
And what did you do? You decided to sell out the integrity of that album to play industry games, to get Nicki Minaj, to get Yo Gotti, to do all of this other stuff, to take the person who made one of your biggest songs of your career, one of your biggest songs, and Tierra Thomas. You removed her from the song and put Rihanna on it, brother.
Yeah, you
took all of the magic from that song and threw it away trying to play label games. You did that.
And we had the potential to get the original version of Bad put on the album as a deluxe song, like that wasn't the original song. Like, come
Crazy.
on, bro.
Wild disrespect. And you know what? Tierra Thomas stopped fucking with him after that. Because she also had a song. She had a song on More About Nothing too. Like that's her on the song. Is this song called Clouds? The Cloud? I can't remember. Let's get up. Let's get down. Down with me. But anyway, that song, that's Tierra Thomas. Yeah. And their connection to create Bad came from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody told you to let Lil Gaga get on your debut single from your first album from a big label. Nobody told you to do that. Kendrick had the opportunity, and you know what he said? No. We have creative differences. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to get with MMG that did not properly fit who you were trying to position yourself as an artist. Nobody told you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody told you to do that, bro. Nobody told you to become a street adjacent rapper trying to chase Meek Mill and Rick Ross around Miami. Nobody told you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody told you to over conceptualize albums to a point where outside of hip hop heads, we're not going to be responsive to it. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to not get a voice coach and fix your dialect to where you're more commercially appeasing. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's dope because it's black. I think Wale is one of the blackest artists of the blog era, if not the most black.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bunch of other stuff that comes into being an artist. I love the song that he put out that was Black is Gold. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree in that time that song was underappreciated. I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But look at all of the burning down you had done to your career before we got to that point.
Right.
Look at how many bridges you had burned before you got here. You shading everybody. You unappreciative, you jaded, you resentful, you're rude, you're unapproachable. Your music isn't 100% accessible. Like, bro, what did you expect? What did you think was going to happen? The best artists throughout hip hop from 1993 going forward, so Doggy Style forward, those artists were always the most accessible artists of that year. DMX, accessible. Nas, accessible. Jay, accessible. 50 Cent, accessible. Kanye West, accessible. Wayne, accessible.
Drake,
all of these artists were accessible. Drake, super accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Wayne?
Yeah, you did.
Wanye, accessible. Stink Mina, accessible. Like these niggas were accessible artists, bro. They were artists that the grand populace could connect to, whether through their music, how they presented themselves, their branding. Like Wale, you built yourself off a bunch of niches.
And let's just be for real, bro. Like you could have made a name as far as marketing and branding, because for a long time in hip hop, you was labeled as a sneakerhead guy, right?
That's too niche.
But I'm just saying, like as far as fashion and the shoes and things like that, why not get you a brand deal? Work something out where it could put you on a bigger, grander scale. Like Drake had Sprite early on, bro. Do you know how big Sprite was at that time with LeBron and all that shit? Like that was a huge moment early on in his career that he was able to pivot from and make millions off of. What have you done to be able to make yourself more accessible to the masses, bro? You haven't done that because you're so jaded. You so jaded that out the gate you didn't get the commercial success that you would like. And I understand that. I get it when you work hard and you put your so much effort and soul into your art, you want to be recognized for it. I understand it. And as a fan of yours personally, I love your catalog. I do feel so you should get more respect. But at the same time, I can't let you just go around here creating and starting narratives to get your name a buzz. Because if you saying this shit to get a buzz, trying to lie and talk about Kendrick, this ain't the way to do it, dog. It's not the way to do it. Oh damn. Oh.
Look at me. Look what Wale did. Look what Wale did. Wale got me playing a J. Cole song.
That's really facts, to be honest.
And that's why we're about to play it.
I just hate it came from him.
Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Yeah, I got a homie, he a rapper, and he wanna win bad. He want the fame, the acclaim, the respect that's been had by all the legends. So every time I see him, he's stressing, talking about niggas don't fuck with him. The shit is depression, and I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings.
God damn, don't you want to say you got fans, nigga?
Platform to make me classic rap song and I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings. God damn, nigga, you too blind to see you got fans, nigga. And a platform to make a classic rap song and change a nigga's life. But you too anxious, live a life, always pressing. And I know he's so bitter he can't see his own blessings. God damn, nigga, you too blind to see you got fans, nigga. And a
God. Hey, now hold on. Now let's get it straight. Let's get it straight now. He did pack his ass up on Groundhog Day, but that song is still facts though. J. Cole was talking shit. He was talking real shit, bro. That song is facts. Every bar he said about that second verse was about Wale, and it was 100% factual. God damn, nigga, don't you understand? You got fans, nigga.
Wale won the scuffle. J. Cole won the war.
Like, come on, we right here, bro. We right here, dog. We right here. We are deciphered on YouTube. We right here, dog. Come on, man. Get it together. This ain't the way to go, dog.
Shout out to Black Killer. She said Wale is a Virgo in all caps. What does that mean, Skip? I like Lotus Flower Bomb, but I disappeared and he did too. But it disappeared and he did too. Okay, so check this out. Speaking of Virgos, I think we might have probably the best sign in astrology as far as entertainment.
God damn, nigga. Don't you think you got fans, nigga?
Hold on, hold on, real quick. Let me go to some of the famous Virgos in music. Hold on.
Man, listen, chat, this y'all fault. It's y'all fault. Because Skip is not finna stop. He is finna tear this shit up. This is y'all fault.
Let's see. Virgos in the music industry. We got Beyonce. I think we already won. We got Beyonce. We got the detestable Jason Derulo. The detestable Jason Derulo. If you have any knowledge, we're not gonna rep him. If you have any knowledge on what he's being sued about right now, you understand what I mean when I say Jason Derulo is detestable. We gotta have a crash out. We gotta have somebody that's a little on the slow side. We got Lil Yachty. We got the one, the only, Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. We have Amy Winehouse. We have Freddie Mercury, Jennifer Hudson, the dust head himself, Joseph Anthony Budden, Nick Jonas, Wiz Khalifa. Who else we got? This got to be some more people in there. Hold on. Gloria Estefan. Dang, we got Cassie. Dang, man, that's crazy. I hope they put that nigga 6 feet under the jail. I hope they put that nigga so deep under the jail when he finally see light, it's the light from the basement of the jail.
Wait a minute, who you talking about?
Cassie is the one who sued Mr. Take That. Cassie, bro.
Oh, I thought you talking Cassie the rapper. That's who I'm talking about.
No, gang.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Like what? What's going on?
Why Zendaya keep coming up? She don't count.
Zendaya don't count. Why she don't count?
But she's not a musician. I can't believe that she probably made a song, bro. I'm talking about an actual musician, bro.
Bro, she make music, bro. What she make?
And Nas is also a Virgo. We probably got we might have the second best entertainer of all time in Beyonce. We have the first greatest entertainer of all time in Michael Jackson, and we have quite possibly the greatest rapper of all time in the Virgos and Nasir Jones. We win. We got 2 Chainz, we got Wale, we got Big Daddy Kane, Foxy Brown, Luda, Mano, Moneybagg, Mystical, Slim Thug. Oh, Mystical's a rapist.
What the fuck?
We're not gonna be proud of
Shit.
him. But yeah, our list is crazy. We got Mace that ran off and found God and came back, partnered up with Cam. I ain't gonna lie, our roster is crazy. We got Exhibit. Nah, we win, bro. We win. We got it. We got it. If Geminis, if y'all don't have, because I know y'all got Kendrick, y'all got the Shell, formerly known as Kanye, but he doesn't count because Ryan Phelps was writing out his lyrics. Ryan Phelps is writing all of his lyrics.
No,
so we can't use him. He doesn't count.
Gen X said, "Now look up the Geminis. It's only fair."
Okay, because y'all got Tupac too. Y'all got a nice little list. Okay, I'm gonna put in musicians that are
Prince, Jadakiss.
Okay, let's see. Fetty Wap. Yeah, baby. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, baby.
Vic Mensa.
Okay.
Wayne Brady. Okay.
Was Wayne Brady out the Djokovic?
Steve Lacy, Dave Navarro, Jadakiss, Barry Manilow, Azalea Banks, Sage the Gemini, Aquafina, Takeoff, rest in peace, Neil Patrick Harris. Why is this bringing up? It's going to look crazy. Left Eye, Ice Cube, Dave East, Sway Lee, Kodak Black. Y'all got DMC, Be Real. Let's see. Let me go back to artists. Hold on. I'm trying to get y'all right. Iggy Azalea, Fire.
Don't do that.
Faith Evans, Lenny Kravitz, Remy Ma, Normani. Oh, y'all got Andre 3000. I just said if y'all was gonna have to get him. Y'all was gonna have to get him. No, I just said that. Damn it, I didn't know he was a Gemini. Damn. Yeah, I know that's my favorite artist, man. G-Eazy, Waka Flocka, Macklemore, Kanye West, Biggie. Oh, Prince, Tupac. Hey, this 5. Listen to this 5, DJ.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie.
Okay.
Prince.
Ooh. Okay.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Bro, that's a hard ass start.
Lauryn Hill. Damn.
Kendrick got you watched down. Pac got you watched down. Biggie got you watched down.
So hold on. Okay, so let's just compare the best ones. Okay, so we got Lauren
versus Beyonce.
Hold on, I can't get them both up at the same time. At least I can't. Hold on, we finna do this. Hold on, we finna do this. Hold on.
Go pick the best 5 versus the best 5 and see.
I'm gonna do like 7 because they got. I don't want to leave nobody. Okay. So it won't be one. It won't be. I'm gonna just put the people in the list. So we got Kanye. We got Kanye on the Gemini side. We got Beyonce on the Virgo side. We got Biggie on the Gemini side. We got Nas on the Virgo side. We got Prince on the Gemini side. We got Mike on the Virgo side. We got Pac on the Gemini side. Who else was in that list? I gotta find the people that I got rid of. Who else do we have? It's gonna take a minute. Hold on. Let me hit the back button. It's gonna be too hard to find them. Hold on. Damn it, hip hop. I mean, XXL. Okay. Oh, we got Jeezy, Wale, Big Crit, Foxy,
Is what? Big Crit is what?
Ludacris, 2 Chainz, Nas, Flow Rider. It's disgusting. Okay, so Nas and Biggie, Pac and I'm just trying to line up. They're not gonna be 1-to-1 because I got throw Crit in there, Mike and Prince, Lauren and Nas, Beyonce and somebody. I'm trying to go through it because I can't get them both up at the same time. But the top 7 on both sides is crazy. The top 7 on both sides is crazy. So if we go like all the way down, like 20 for 20, y'all, it's still close. Those are 2 really close signs as far as talent. But we had Nas, because my list was segmented. My list was across like 3 different sites, and y'all's was all on one. So y'all had Prince, Andre 3000, Kendrick, Kanye, Lauryn fucking Hill, Biggie. Like y'all left out crazy. I was trying to keep it in hip hop, but we can add Lenny Kravitz. But I didn't go through all of the outside of hip hop for Virgos. But yeah, we had Jennifer Hudson. Hold on. We got Solange. No, that's Beyonce. I'm tripping. So hold on. We had Solange too. We tripping. We ain't playing fair. We got Amy Winehouse, Freddie Mercury. If we're going outside of hip hop, Michael Jackson, as I said, Wiz, Jennifer Hudson, Nick Jonas, Playboy Cardi. Is he a rapper? I counted Ice Cube, but who does Ice Cube take off y'all top 7? If y'all top 7 is Pac, 3K, Biggie, Kendrick, Prince, and Lauryn Hill, and Paul McCartney. But yeah, anyway, what were we getting to out of that? We'll do that at a later date.
Yeah.
So I can put it on an actual list. But y'all got a fire ass list, and so do we. So y'all gonna put some respect on the Virgos and entertainment. The person I'm seeing on our list is Meg, maybe Officer Ricky. Oh, okay. So we can get to it now. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. We got like we're gonna do this in 20 minutes or less. Okay, so let's get to the Timbaland. I'm gonna read this article, DJ. We're gonna have some discussion, and we're gonna get out of here. This was I do want to show this before we finish this. J Rock said, "I see why you not MMG." Shaking my head. Tired of all you suckers with dot name in y'all mouths. Watched all y'all do full interviews talking about another man. Ain't what real ones do. Let me try to see if I can pull up something. Because shout out to Happy. She put some stuff in here. And I want to see if I can pull it up. Because she put it all in order. Okay, I'm weak. Why Kendrick look like he just left Mecca. My boy just left Mecca. Hold on. What happened? Where did you put all of those?
This was at the BET Awards. Those pictures.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Here we go. Shout out to Happy. Here we go. I'm gonna run through these, then we're gonna get to the wow. Okay. So general manager of the K-Bots farm. Okay, so Buddy, so Happy wasn't tripping when they was calling themselves K-Bots. Okay. We won't miss you. You trying to play in clout chase off Kendrick. You gonna learn how that turns out. You best look at Lil Baby, Young Thug, Drake, and Wayne. What happened to them when they tried to cross dot? You effing never has been. I can't let
That's
that go.
that's one thing I did agree with. That's why I was just like, cause you ain't gotta drop Kendrick name like this to get a buzz, bro. Don't do that. Cause anytime you mention Kendrick name in any capacity right now, you're just trying to build off the cachet that he's garnered over the past year. Like that's all that you're trying to do at this point. So, but keep going. Like, don't do that. You ain't got to do that, bro. You got a fan base. You ain't got a clout chase like that. You know Kendrick ain't. You know Kendrick ain't do shit to you, bro. Let's just be
so they went and pulled up everything, like the actual award, like the nominees. So while they say, hold on, let me go back because I want to see what the full. Hold on, no. Okay, cleared it up. This is so crazy to be seeing this at 8 a.m., bro. More love, less of this. I can't clear it up all day, man. D-Talk, whoever it is, said, Wale, you cleared it up in DMs, not on your timeline in a public space. It's almost 12 noon in my time zone. More love will be doing the right thing. So he say, okay, here you go. I got the category mixed up. It happened a long time ago. It has nothing to do with any artist. It was an embarrassing moment on national TV that messed with my head. That's it. You was probably hot because you convoluted 40 minutes of runtime and thought it all happened simultaneously. You was geek. You was off them Zans. That's back when him and Meek was popping perks and stuff all the time, which led to him going against Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Story for another day. That's what we were getting at. I have an award at my mom's house. I'm not complaining. I was just telling a story about what I've experienced. You should have kept Kendrick's name out of it or said it was an award that Miguel and Kendrick won, but you didn't want to do that because that would mean that the story wouldn't have as much sauce on it.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, you brought his name up because you know it'd get clicks, and you dropped a single and it didn't do nothing. Yep. It was cool. It was a cool little single. I wasn't mad at it. It didn't shake shit up though. And now you figure, okay, what can I do? I can pull a Joey Badass. I could bring his name up, and I can get some attention around my name. All press is good press because I bet watch he drop a song. How much you want to bet in the next 2 weeks he drop a song?
Who, Joey?
No, Wale.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely. It's coming.
Okay, this is just some copy please, but I feel like Tarp is our Miss Mia on Twitter. She kind of like standing on business. She said, "You see what people trying to do? You're the one that said it. Correct your mistake publicly, the same way you lied publicly on Kendrick's name. Lord, I hope you haven't turned into a clout chaser. Damn. Okay, so that was going the precursor. Okay, cool. I'm trying to see. Let me see if there's anything else. Damn, Wale is sensitive, always has been. Let them call you what they've been calling me all morning. You would have deactivated. I woke up with joy and love in my heart. I'm sensitive. How? Come on now, Wale. Come on, gang. Okay, so this the conversation between him and Moni, and then we'll get to the Timbaland because I know niggas want to go to sleep. Okay, this is Wale. Everything in a diss, homie. I was explaining how difficult the industry is. This predates anything going on in 2025. It was an odd moment and something that confused me. And this is from a conversation with him and Moni, our famous cousin, as I always say. And she responded, whether true or not, your statement is dangerously slanderous because anybody who lost an award could go online or a podcast and say he was robbed by an artist without any proof. What's your proof? Why should I trust your word? You never chose to talk about it publicly, but you timed your statement deliberately in this Kendrick run amidst Drake anti-hip hop lawsuit shenanigans. It's a choice you made to feed into the choice now to feed into the online negativity. And you made the choice of stimulating Kendrick hatred. I love your music, been a fan of yours, but sometimes your choices and moves online regarding your career seem off. What you did in that JBP podcast was beneath you, Wale, throwing such unverified slander like that is dangerous. But she be talking to these niggas like she know them personally, and like she cool with like slapping them in front of their mama. She be talking greasy to niggas, and I love it because she make them feel like they regular, and I fuck with that.
Yeah,
like if I know anybody will see somebody and not fan out, it'll be Moni. She'll be like, "What up, my nigga? You good?" Let me see. And drop the okay. What she say? You see what you did? You deliberately got on a podcast to peddle hatred on Kendrick. But as I said, we won't miss. Wow, come on, gang. You made that lie deliberately to slander Kendrick to get online clout at his detriment. You tripping. This some dark shit, man. You knew what you were doing. You tried to soft launch a hate campaign on Dot. You lied. You should clear it up.
You lied.
What you done to Kendrick in that podcast is outrageous. Wale, she talking so crazy.
You lied. You lied.
Why are you talking to this man like this? Hold on.
And he responded. That's the thing. He responded, bro. It ain't like he just ignored it. He responded.
Cause this morning, bro. Like you got I'm like she really somebody.
Well, she put us said, nigga, you lied.
She said, and again, you had a fan in me. That you turned into an opponent. We won't miss you from now on, Wale. Damn. I ain't know she went ham like this because I didn't have the comments up.
Oh, come on. Now this nigga said lone wolf. Nigga, shut up, bro.
Niggas love to play victim. Niggas love to play victim, bro.
Lone wolf. The fuck?
Okay, so this general manager again, he said, "Why at Wale? Listen, punk. You not hopping in on hip hop's biggest podcast to lie and push a nasty narrative on Dot because of bitterness and envy. Then when you got exposed for lying, you try to DM Dot fans and vaguely clarify your lies under Twitter replies. You gotta post a tweet to apologize for your lies." And he screenshotted the series of DM chains from Moni. This shit is nuts. Definitely. He got it out of the mud like we all did. This was just an embarrassing moment for me at Soul Train. That's it. He earned his spot and he reaping from it 2,000%. Then why did you bring him up?
Exactly, bro. You didn't have to do that. Like Mona said,
if you said, yeah, go ahead.
Just like Mona said, you didn't have to do that, bro. Like if you was 100% clear, you just don't speak on it, or you just rather don't say names. Because when you put a name on it, now it's direct at that point.
Yep.
And then you let Joe Budden and their podcast goad you into doing some shit that's clout chasing. That's exactly what you let them do that to you. So this is your fault. You allowed them to manipulate you because they don't give a damn about you for real. They're just trying to get engagement and clicks. That's all they're trying to do. So you allowed them to manipulate you to where you could, you know what I'm saying, do something else stupid on the internet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's just what it is, bro.
And the sad thing about it is you're feeding into the stereotype that has been plaguing you your entire career that you're sensitive. And humans have the right to be sensitive, but it's how you present it. You're sensitive, you're jaded, you're narcissistic. You know what I mean? You want all of the credit without doing half of the work that these other people doing. Like, bro, everybody else has multiple classic albums to speak of before the 2020s even came. Like the closest you got is Ambition.
Yep.
Aubrey and his camp got Take Care and Debated Night. They got Nothing Was the Same and Debatably Take Care. J. Cole And well, J. Cole, he write by himself and he produces his own stuff, which is to his detriment, but that's another story. They have Forest Hills Drive, and some people think For Your Eyes Only is a classic on top of Friday Night Lights in the warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Dot. Damn near every one of his albums is a classic.
Yeah, move on to the next one because we already know that.
While they don't have the album About Nothing is not a classic.
No, it's not.
And if it is, it's a cult classic within his fan base. The point I'm making is these are large, like universally accepted things. Like they
even Big Sean got Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, so they like broke through to the mainstream with these works of art. That's what I mean. They became classic on a much larger level than just us absorbing the music and telling people how we feel about it. Because I personally feel like if he does have an album that is a classic, just musically, it's Ambition. And The Gifted was on the way, but he sold it the back end to try to make the label happy, and that ruined that album for him. But the thing about Kendrick is, and I think this is what make people so fucking mad about him, is because he was, like you said, DJ, earlier, he was able to do the shit his own way. And he had a label that believed in him the whole fucking time. And also, he was able to build his sound from the ground. Shout out to Soundwave.
Yeah.
Where would Kendrick be without Soundwave?
Then also, too, just kind of like you said earlier when you was going back and reviewing the Kendrick's, the mixtapes when he was doing all the Wayne shit. I forgot what you called.
C4.
Yeah, this when he was going back, you seen how raw and just kind of like animalistic he was back then. Top Dog, Punch, they saw that and realized what he needed to work on. And we have what's called artist development. And they was able to move him out of that raw stage and formulate and craft him to something that he can actually establish a real career on. Because let's just be for real. If Kendrick stayed that same way that he was during that time, he wouldn't have lasted. He would have fizzled out just like every other rapper during that time for the most part. So
the best thing he could have did was drop the Kendrick Lamar EP. That was probably the single greatest move in his career, dropping the Kendrick Lamar EP and Mixed by Ali. But I say, 72 Pairs. I say Soundwave because Soundwave was instrumental in Kendrick finding his sound.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick and Soundwave are basically what peak Freddie Gibbs and Madlib is. Like that's Snoop and Dre. They're the Alchemists and everybody who raps from the East Coast. They're Jay-Z and Just Blaze or Jay-Z and Kanye. You know what I mean? They're that connected. He's been on every album that Kendrick has done. Like he's super instrumental to Kendrick's success. But I say that to say like
shit, you could even say 40 and Drake.
A rapper. Yeah, 40 and Drake. You have to have Michael Jackson and fucking Quincy Jones.
Come on now.
All of the Prince and Prince. Nigga,
I was just gonna say that. Prince and Prince.
All great artists, or all of the greatest artists, have at least one producer who understands their sound more than anybody else and helps them throughout their career. Missing Timbaland.
Yes.
Aaliyah and Timbaland. Come on, bro. The Clipse and fucking Neptunes. And then Clipse and Pharrell and Pusha T and Pharrell. Like, bro, the synergy has to happen. If you don't have that type of synergy with somebody on the other side of that fucking microphone, you're going to miss something.
Yep.
Why you think J. Cole albums don't sound that good? Something is missing on the other side of that table.
It can't be J. Cole and J. Cole. Shit ain't
because he's not Prince. Eminem and Dre, 50 Cent and Dre, The Game and Dre in the fucking West Coast.
Pretty much.
Schoolboy Q turned into Prince on his last album. Not 100% comparison, but Schoolboy Q was the primary producer on his last album. He fine-tuned that album production-wise for 2 years with his own hands. and now we got Blue Lips. You feel what I'm saying? Tyler the Creator and Tyler the Creator.
Pretty
Method
much,
Man and RZA. Ghostface and RZA. Outkast and the Dungeon Family. Like this shit don't like these type of albums don't happen by mistake, bro. Nas, Q-Tip, fucking Large Professor. Who else was on Illmatic? It was Large Professor. It was Q-Tip. It's failing me right now. But anyway, the point I'm making is you have to have that level of synergy with the other person on the side of that board. And it has to be something that can stand the test of time. And if you don't have that, you're continuing to jump from sound to sound in a disjointed fashion throughout your career. When Ross wanted that sound, DJ, who did he go and get?
He went Justice League.
You didn't even have to go far. The first person you said, the fucking Justice League.
And then No ID, whoever he worked with. Yeah. Like No ID was on the one.
Peak Wayne.
Manny Fresh. With? That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is.
Pete Rock and Premier. Shit, Common and Pete Rock just dropped The Auditorium. One of the best albums last year. Just them two making it work.
Mm-hmm. Nas and Hit Boy. Let's just be for real. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Anderson .Paak in the drum set. Come on, man. Come on, Big Crit and Big Crit in his peak, man. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Travis Scott and Mike Dean. Come on, man.
Nigga, Juicy J, 3-6 Mafia.
Come on, man.
Let's be for real, man. Let's just keep it real, man. Let's keep it a buck.
That's crazy.
Let's keep it a buck, man.
That's crazy. I said, Lantoinette, I said Tyler.
Yeah.
And then let's give some examples of when it didn't work. Nas and Kanye.
No, that shit did not work.
Because you know what they didn't have? Synergy.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have synergy. DJ Paul and Juicy J. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
J. Cole beats putting to sleep and they gassed it.
Shout out to Dre, Dolph, Big X, and Bandplay. The whole the young side it's not Bad Boy. So Def and Jermaine Dupri.
Oh damn, how did we forget about that? Oh man.
Come on, bro.
That's a huge one. God damn. I feel bad.
Come on, bro.
How you forget JD, dog? Shit, nigga, JD and Usher, nigga, what?
I'm so sorry. Shit crazy, bro, when you really think about it.
Usher, Brian Michael Cox, Usher, JD, man, come on, dog.
These are elite level producers, bro.
It's too many examples.
Was Darkchild a writer or a producer?
I think he was both. Darkchild and Brandy, dog. Come on, man. Come on, dog. What we doing, man? What we doing, bro? Shit, Jonta Austin and whoever. Shit.
the Rough Riders and the nigga that make the same beat all the time.
Swiss. Yeah, man.
The nigga with the same drum pattern. Juve and Manny Fresh. Babyface in the 90s.
Yeah, Babyface. Hey, that's perfect. Babyface in the 90s. Yes.
In the 90s. I would love to hear Tyler the Creator produced K-Dot album. I would love to hear that. Shout out to Cam Cobain. That'll be.
Yeah.
They will push each other to the limits creatively.
Yeah, I think so. Shit, DJ Screw and everybody from Texas. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, RZA and all the Wu-Tang Clan. Facts. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Janet. Dallas and TLC. Darkchild and Brandy. Shout out to the art form. Hey, that's some merch. Shout out to the art form. And I saw that somebody I think it was I can't remember what she said. I think it was Miss Mia. She said, "He is not Prince. Need to be on a T-shirt."
And then you know what's so crazy, bro? And we can go and get off Wale because this is a perfect segue, right, to what you saying as far as having chemistry with the producer and the artist. We got somebody who's goated in our culture as far as someone with an extensive catalog, someone with so much cachet that he's highly respected by everybody in the music industry from both the R&B side, hip hop side, and the pop side. He has credibility in all three of those lanes. And you have someone like that in Timbaland who is going through and trying to promote AI to break the bond, the exact bond that we're talking about, to break that bond up and really push hip hop in the wave of AI to where you're basically cutting out the middleman, which is the artist. You're cutting out the middleman, which is the producer. You're cutting out all the engineers. Why would someone that's so established and has the career that he's had on the production side, I just don't understand what he would get out of promoting and pushing AI as hard as he has. Like, it makes no sense to me. Now, granted, from a search perspective, I see where he's going in the sense that you can't stop AI. It's here and it ain't going nowhere. I understand that because technology is forever evolving. This shit was going to happen eventually, but it's the way that you're doing it right now. Like, you're pushing it in a way that's detrimental to everybody right now because you're making us seem like, oh, you're not getting with the times. You're not smart because this is what we're on right now when it's really not. Like, you're basically saying that you're not talented if you're not using this concept. And that shit makes no sense whatsoever. You want to literally replace your entire catalog with a computer. That's what you're doing. All the time, effort, and say that you just spent putting into this craft, making classics. You want a computer to do that for you? Make it make sense. And then the nerve of Timbaland. Like, if you got an opinion and you stand on it, okay, that's fine. But it's a difference between standing on your opinion and just being flat out disrespectful. And in my opinion, bro, this nigga dropping those AI response videos on IG, bro. I don't care what the fuck else he said on those lives with Guru and all the rest of them shits. That lets me know how much out of touch you are and how much of a corporate shrill you are at this point. The fact that you even let those videos come out and they're still up. They're still up. That means that you're still standing on what these videos are saying. Basically saying that y'all ain't got no sound. We need to make it for you. Or y'all didn't care if Auto-Tune was doing this until it was writing better hooks than you. Y'all never had art. Like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? That shit makes no sense whatsoever. Like, the nerve of you, nigga.
That shit's so disrespectful.
Bro, this shit, it really pisses me off the more and more I dive into and I watch it. And that's why when we was watching those lives, or when y'all looking at the lives, like, he's not really hearing what the people are saying to him, bro. Because he's still standing on like, this shit is not taken away from creativity from the artist. How? I just don't understand it. Like, he's not hearing that, okay, if we gonna utilize this AI feature, right, you gotta compensate the people that you're stealing the likeness, image, and voice from. He don't even want to do that shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, Moni Pat that Wale faster than the next music on Twitter. Oh man, shout out to Moni, man. Moni was on that shit. Let's see, I have it on good authority that Wale and Kunye are the only things that Cole has ever read in his life.
Wow. Hey, I like that one.
Oh,
I like
man.
that one. I don't read books. I read people.
Oh,
I don't read books. I read people. That's his. It don't matter if I write rhymes. I write chicks.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
I don't read books. I read people, as quoted by Jermaine Anthony Leroy Cole.
Oh, that's crazy.
Look at her trying to rub it in. Shout out to Gen X. She said Virgo team versus Gemini gang. Y'all lose. Stop playing. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. We got a stadium performing artist too. Don't get it twisted. And we got Freddie Mercury. Come on now. Oh, okay. I already played this. And this is Cam Cobain. Timbaland is in a Black Mirror episode. Yeah, bro.
Gotta be. He gotta be, bro. He gotta be.
Like first season of Black Mirror when it was still compelling, not this new shit where the dude was getting in there and hunching on each other as fake people. That was wild work. I wonder what Missy thinks about this. She's probably, bruh. You could tell that whatever that check was, either he needed it or it was good enough for him not to care.
Yeah, and I think it's the second one. I think it was just so big and he has so much, I guess, stake and investment in this platform and this program that I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Nigga, I done made my millions. My name is established, and I'm getting paid to push it. Like, give a fuck. I ain't got to make another song in my life.
What is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Same shit with Lupe. It's the same shit. Now, granted, you ain't had the same level of success as Timbaland, but you sold out for the bag. That's what it sounds like.
Timbaland shit worse than Lupe's.
Oh, it is 100%.
Because at the end of the day, Lupe was so wrapped up in his own arrogance that he wanted to see if the AI system, if he could train the AI system to be better than him. Like I said, that when we talked about the last time, it's on some John Henry versus the machine type shit. Like John Henry beat the machine, but he died. Like Lupe is like, I want to see if I can beat the machine. Like that's just the exercise in a vacuum of his own arrogance. Like he's solely training it to try to propagate him and make Lupe songs on a loop.
Bro, you could just do that shit on your own. You ain't got to push that shit to the masses. Feed your own.
He needed seed money to make that. He's not smart enough to do it. He's just able to stand behind it. And that's what makes it even more dangerous. Niggas are willing to take their money. I mean, they're willing to take money from these tech companies who don't give a fuck about music. Let me see if I can find the dude and see what he said. Please. Let me see, because I don't have his name.
All right, that shit, it just pissed me off, bro. Cause the thing that pisses me off is Timbaland is not listening, bro. He not. Look, you can have your opinion, but at least understand where we coming from. It has to be some type of rules and regulations to this shit. You just can't get on here and just use people's voice and likeness and create and train this AI system to make songs like these people that's living. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Let's read this stupid shit. Hold on.
Go
ahead. I'm pulling it up. Go ahead.
Like, these programs don't benefit nobody but the people that's in charge, or like record labels and things like that. If they're trying to come up with these AI artists to create music, and because we was already talking about this earlier about how like Spotify was trying to make NPC playlists that's made or generated by AI artists. They're just slightly incorporating them into regular playlists without you even realizing and knowing that's what you listen to is a fake. It's an AI artist. So that shit crazy, dog. He's working with an AI artist, nigga. Who?
No, I'm saying the AI artist named Tata.
I know, but I'm being funny, but I'm just saying.
Oh, like, okay, my bad.
Like, nigga, who? Like
the integrity is lost when the metaphor doesn't reach you. That's my fault. It's a Kendrick line for everything. But let me see. Timbaland announces he is working with an AI artist. Timbaland has announced, and this is from Hip Hop DX. Got a shout out to source. Timbaland has announced that he is now working with AI artists that aren't actually real. The iconic producer has launched Stage Zero, an AI-focused entertainment company, and comes as a result of him experimenting with an AI program, Sono. Timbaland has revealed that the company has signed the first ever AI artist, who is being called Tata. Speaking to Billboard, he claimed that this will lead to a new genre of music called A-pop, and detail how, the songs for the AI artists are made by putting demos in Sono, which then turns them into voices and melodies without using actual singers or musicians. He said, I'm not just producing tracks anymore. I'm producing systems, stories, and stars from scratch. Tata is not an avatar. She is not a character. Tata is a living, learning, autonomous music artist built with AI. Tata is the start of something bigger. She's the first artist of a new generation. A-pop, which I'm assuming is artificial pop, is the next cultural evolution. And Tata is his first icon. Timbaland couldn't break an artist in the last 10 years. So you know what he had to do?
Make him, yeah.
Just make a fake one.
Mm-hmm.
He tried with what's her name? Not Tweet. What was her name? She came out around 2014-ish. She was straight, dark skinned chick. She rapped on damn, she was out longer than that ago. She came out like 2010, 2011. She got on that song, I think it was called Bass or something with Jay-Z and Rick Ross. And she went real crazy.
Oh, talking about on Rick Ross, the album that we don't like, Moving Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
It's not Tweet. It's another name. And it's not 7th Street. It's another one. Tink.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hadn't broke an artist in a long time. He hadn't been an active part of an artist for a long time.
Is Brent Fayez under him?
I don't think so.
He probably just did a lot of work with him. Okay, never mind. But go ahead.
Yeah, they can tell us in the chat.
Yeah.
Timbaland did not reveal when Tata's first single will be released. No, hold on. I skipped the whole paragraph. My bad. Timbo added, the technology of today is perfect for what it is. What used to take 3 months only takes me 2 days. In the beginning, it was like a toy. It was like going to a toy store. You got to go through gluttony because you can't believe that it's here. Timbaland did not reveal when Tata's first single would be released, but he and Stage Zero have released an image of a young pink-haired woman they claim is the singer. Timbaland has previously spoken out in support of AI, which has largely been criticized across the music industry and has also led to Sono being sued. He said on the inner court, this election just divided us. Nigga, really? It
divided the music. It sound bland.
Are you fucking serious?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. No, stop it.
It's in the election to say that that's why we're not fucking with him going for AI. Bro, who is your PR team, bro? Can't none of them be black.
And let me if you say that, right, if the music sound bland, right, how can an AI generated that you're using the same boring and bland songs you're plugging into the system, how can the AI make it sound more vibrant than the actual person that's doing it? Make it make sense. You're just regurgitating and make more of this bland, boring ass music. You're making more soulless music. That's all that you're doing. You're not doing anything innovative. This shit is not innovative at all in the slightest. If anything, it's lazy. That's all it is. And the fact that, like you said, he ain't broke an artist in years. This nigga Timbaland ain't truly been relevant outside of verses in years. Let's just be for real. If it went for verses, we wouldn't even be talking about Timbaland. And you had to have Swiss Beats all people to get you up. Come on now. Like, come on, man. And I hate to do this shit, bro, but this nigga is out of pocket. The more and more time go on, he getting more and more out of pocket with this shit. And this shit just not cool, bro. Because at this point, you make me question everything that you've done in hip-hop. Did you have help? Did you really do all this shit on your own like you say you did? Because if this is the route you're taking, I don't know, dog. That don't sound like somebody with integrity to me, in my opinion. It don't. That don't sound like somebody that's proud of their craft and put everything they have into their craft. That don't sound like that to me. It just don't.
This is how you destroy the workforce of hip hop, or just music in general, because it's not just about hip hop.
Yeah.
This is how you destroy the workforce. This is how you allow the system being the industry, to throw hundreds of millions of dollars into building AI systems that can eventually lead to saving them billions of dollars in the long run. Because I don't know if y'all know. Let me say this point real quick, DJ.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, but like I think in 2023, the music industry at large had seen record profits.
Mm-hmm.
You get niggas like Joe Budden and David Banner and whoever else the fuck in front of these cameras, and they tell you to your face that music is dead. And these record labels are bringing in record profits.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, the music industry brought in $7.6 billion in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up so I can be certain.
And Timbaland keep on saying like this doesn't take away creativity from the artist. If anything, it expounds on it, right? Okay, so if record labels get behind this and they see that this is a way cheaper a way cheaper method to make money, and they can push and generate the AI artists without having to do artist development, tours, marketing, all that shit for AI, what does that leave in actual artists? How does that give them more creativity when what they do can be emulated by AI and the record labels are actually behind the AI system and pushing that instead of the real artists? How does that give them creativity to work? If anything, that would make me more discouraged than ever. That if someone could recreate my sound and I not get credit for it or not even get pushed for it. Like, come on, dog.
Check this out. Okay. Let me read this to you real quick.
Shit pisses me
In
off.
2024, Universal Music Group generated $12.8 billion in revenue.
$12.8 billion?
This figure represents a 6.5% increase compared to 2023. A significant portion of this revenue, 75% or $9.63 billion, came from recorded music, while the publishing contributed 18% or $2.3 billion. Merchandising and other revenues accounted for the remaining 7% or $911 million. And this is Universal alone in 2024 made almost 13 billion fucking dollars. And you get niggas like Joe Budden and like David Banner to sit there and tell you that hip hop and music industry is dead. No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. We just gave a lot of this shit away and gave the opportunity to get it back away. Like when you go back and think about it, and all of the times that we was giving clout, and not even clout, was giving respect and kudos to niggas who was selling their fucking masters throughout the 2020s during the pandemic to these tech companies, and up even to last year, they were selling their fucking catalogs, and the articles will always say such and such sold they leverage. I mean, such and such. So I'm reading a comment from Gosh X. I didn't mean to do that. They sold their masters, or they sold their publishing for 40 million, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million dollars. They never said who was buying the shit until you read halfway through the article. And I didn't start paying attention to this shit until our homeboy Cole from BYNK Media brought it to my fucking attention. The tech companies, not the labels. It was the fucking tech companies who was buying this shit up. And they were doing that because they were getting ready to go on a tech frontier. Their way into dominating the market was not blockchain, was not fucking NFTs, not stocks, not all of that. They were buying fucking music. They were buying human expression. Because you look at what UMG is doing, and they brought in record profits last year of almost $13 billion. The tech company is like, I want in on that. We don't even need to manage artists. I'm
we just
buying what they created.
and we just building our catalog and our library up to form and generate and you know what I'm saying feed our AI program so we can become the new record labels.
Not in and the crazy thing about that is they won't even be a record company. It's not even a record company. It's a fucking tech company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the commissioner at our job said in his address last week?
No, what'd he say?
I can't say where we work.
Yeah, of course.
But he said we're a tech company.
Yeah, I miss. Oh yeah, because I wasn't there at the meeting. Yeah. The open house or the
he said we're a tech company. He considers us a tech company. So the work and what's going on where we work? AI integration.
Oh,
reduction in force.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen once they find ways to work around a bunch of these workloads that they need us to do?
AWS. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had a meeting today, and I promise we finna get out of here. We had a meeting today. They introduced us another program.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at this and we're doing something that's based on numbers and formulas and equations and all of this stuff to where this makes sense for us. And it's so much work that we do, it's going to take them forever to get to a point where they can fully automate what we do.
Right.
In music, if they can just propagate all of that shit in bulk by buying these people, getting these people to sell their public, not even they publishing, they just selling the fucking music. Mm-hmm. These people aren't buying the publishing unless it's a company with the actual physical masters of the album. They want the music so they can train that fucking what's the name, and they're probably buying your publishing so that way they can get the rest of the rights so you can't come back and sue them for using your shit when they train in the AI model.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how all of that works because I'm not a music attorney, but I'm pretty sure if they buy up damn near everything that you have that says you have any ownership or connection to that, if the copyright on your voice doesn't exist yet, how are you going to sue them if you sold them everything they needed to train the AI to use what you created?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't own it in the first place?
Yeah, it's theirs at this point. They had a creative expression to use it however they choose to at that point.
And the thing about what we're looking at now with this and where it can go is if there's no copyright on your voice, I can steal texture from your voice. I can steal your vocal tones, your inflections, and help build the perfect artist.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to pay the artist anything because it doesn't exist.
Yep. And we reap all the benefits on the return.
No rights have been created or will be created or established to properly compensate an artist that doesn't exist.
And this is the shit that you want to push.
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, the CEO of this Stage Zero Sono shit,
mm-hmm.
bruh said that music that he said that he's of the belief that musicians don't like making music anymore. Excuse me?
This nigga said we talk about AI, but shit, that's the only thing that has pure soul right now that you could create something and express.
Like, you was reading that? Was reading that? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was reading that. Yeah, he said, he said we talk about AI, but shit, that's the only thing that has pure soul right now that you could create something and express your true feelings and it comes out beautiful. How?
From a fucking prompt?
How, bro? Make it make sense. And then he tried to backtrack and say, like, oh, I was just speaking from me having like writers and producers block. And I was able to put my soul into it and create something that I haven't created in years. Like, nigga, speak for yourself, nigga. Don't try to put this shit and put this shit to the masses. That's just your own fucking washed up ass shit that you going through. You having a midlife crisis right now. Don't push this shit on us, nigga. That's you. That's all you, nigga. Don't do
This
that and
shit,
try to make it seem like this is the way to go. Like the fuck you mean? Like
this shit so dystopian, bro. Like I was in the car today. I think I was on the way to work, and I was like from hearing Buddy say that he's providing a way for people to make music, to make the process of making music easier. All of this is leading to the eventual, like it's like whatever you don't want to do,
yeah.
you don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sell that hassle to me. I'll buy the hassle just to later on down the road sell you convenience. So look at it like this. Their goal, those tech companies, their goal is by 2050 to no longer have a single organic artist of note in circulation.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get to the point where they can start stumping on artistic expression, because that's the one of the last universal forms of rebellion that we have as a people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you look at it like that, all of the jobs are starting to find ways to automate. Look at, shout out to Google. Look at what happened to the Detroit industry. And I got a big cousin who he grew up like he spent his entire adult life like he like fit in his 50s in Detroit working in the auto industry.
Mm-hmm.
He saw it go from booming in the 90s to nearly nothing now.
Mm-hmm.
He survived it. God bless him. And I don't know the exact ins and outs of his story throughout his career, but he's in a place now where he's moderately comfortable. But like, look at how many people and how many parts of the industry had to die for automation to exist.
Oh shit! Shout out to Dre. He said hologram tours. I totally forgot about that shit. The whole hologram Biggie Tupac shit.
Yeah.
When they were trying to push that shit for a little while, and you see how quietly that shit went away because you didn't have anyone big enough in the industry to stand behind that shit. But now you got people like Timbaland, you got people like Lupe, you got people like Drake, of all people. They're pushing the AI narrative at this point. It's mighty convenient.
Who else did it? Did you say his name?
Who?
The Obster?
Yeah, I said Drake. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just mighty funny how the timing of this shit is so crazy, right? Because now you got Drake in this lawsuit trying to basically make a decision for artist censorship and suppression going forward. That's the first step. And then now, right after it, you got people like Timbaland coming out trying to push this AI shit. It's all a plan. It seemed like it's just happening right before our eyes, and we're not even realizing the plot of what's going on, bro. These are the people that's ushering in this bullshit, and we're championing this shit, and I don't understand it. Like, truth be told, I'm just being honest with you. I'll probably never listen to another Drake album again. I'm just being honest. Yeah. Because the way I view this nigga now, I can't even hear the music the same. And now you a part of this shit too, pushing this AI narrative, bro. Like, come on, dog. This shit is a rap. And Timbaland, the more and more he talk, the more and more respect I lose for him. I'm sorry. Now, granted, I understand you have to evolve. Technology is evolving. I understand that. But it's still a way that you do it where you can keep your integrity and keep, you know what I'm saying, the industry alive without going fully automation. Like, because that's basically what you're doing at this point. You're taking away the human experience. And when you take that away, you have nothing. So I don't understand what his plot is at this point. But at the end of the day, this shit ain't gonna end well, because I can see now already people are starting to jump on the bandwagon. People are actually starting to like what Timbaland is saying. And all it takes was somebody of his stature to stand on this shit, to truly make a wave to where this can open the door for everything else. And it's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate, bro.
Hold on, I got something I want to play for y'all real quick. And this is from Sarah Too Ill. Shout out to her. She's she addressed Timbaland and then Timbaland invited her to come on and speak, but she elected not to, and this is what she had to say.
Thanks for the invite to your live stream to chats.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the full post. Okay, here we go. My bad.
Thanks for the invite to your live stream to chats. I'm gonna have to decline. I think it's too late. You know, I think you made your decision. You said that you didn't use people's music to make your AI, so only time will tell. I do feel like this could be a distraction, rage bait, some type of attention thing to get away from something else, maybe, potentially, I don't know. But I do know that there's something that happened this week that we're not talking about. We're talking about this. So I'd rather talk about that real quick. Okay. The Living Wage for Musicians Act. It's a real bill that would pay independent artists for more streaming. New York City even just endorsed it. This means 1 cent per stream, a new royalty fund, a real income for people like us, producers, session musicians, singers, indie artists. It would have been really dope if you would have actually talked about this versus signing an AI artist. We can't sign AI. It's not a person. It's not a legal entity. Look into the Living Wage for Musicians Act, y'all. Let's focus on the right thing. Oh yeah, remove my face from your profile on Instagram. I didn't consent for my likeness to be there.
And look at this nigga. What decision are you talking about? That's what you took from that? Like, he's really trying to use this as a way. Like, this is all a rollout for him. When Guru was talking to him, the first time Guru started talking, I don't know if you saw the video. That nigga said, "Let me get up and go to the bathroom."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro,
you just don't give
a fuck, dude.
He was just eating and talking to people around him. He wasn't listening to shit that Guru was saying, dog. And then with the other lady from the extended version of the lie, I forgot her name. You know who I'm talking about, the Asian lady. I can't remember her name.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name because I saw her in a clip. And
she was cooking, bro. She was cooking, dog. I cannot. I don't even want to say. I want to know her name, like, just to give her proper respect. But like, basically, everybody who's coming in there trying to talk some sense to this nigga, he was just dubbing their ass, like, yeah, I hear you. Oh, you right, but like, no, nigga, it ain't no but. It's either yes or no. It was right and wrong. Ain't no but in this shit.
Because this nigga said, without it needs my taste. Well, if the AI needs your taste and your expertise and your soul and your spirit, what is the point of the AI, Timbaland?
Exactly. What's the point?
What's the point of the AI, Timbaland? If you have to put everything in it for it to work, you're fucking lying, Timbaland. You're fucking lying, bro. You're fucking lying. Because what you're doing is the same thing that the Republicans do when they get asked a direct question. They give you fucking word salad or like some shit from a cue card that they tell them to say when they want to deflect. Like, I worked in a call center before. I'm not sure if you have, DJ, but I remember when we would call people, we had a script.
Yes.
And what we also have in that script is a certain thing called rebuttals.
Yes.
The rebuttal isn't answering your question. It isn't acknowledging your question. It's talking around you to redirect the conversation back to where I have the ability to get you to do what I need you to do. We got to get back to the topic at hand. If you say, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you," that's I hate that. You know, I hope everything is going well, but let's talk about it. Like, no. I asked you a clear and concise question. Where the fuck did you get my number from? And it's nothing in the script that says that you can answer that question. Just like when they talking to Linda McMahon, asking her questions about DEI, she just like, I'll look into it. It's like, my nigga, you've been in this position for 5 months. You ain't looked into it? The lady asked her, she was like, do you know who Rudy Bridges is? She was like, I have to look into it. That's not a specific example. It's like, man, we're talking about education and DEI. Rudy Bridges is like the daughter of those two concepts as it relates to education. If you get education and DEI, when you put them together, they spit out Rudy Bridges. Or Rudy Bridges. Rudy? I think it's Rudy Bridges. But so I say that to say, in direct relation to this Timbaland shit, like Guru was telling him all of this about, it's going to destroy the ecosystem and infrastructure of the music industry in as it relates to artists directly. The human relations component to this is going to die. And your $50 million to $100 million check is enough for you to be okay with that? How would you feel if you was coming up and you had all this talent and all this vision and you couldn't get on because there's an AI artist in your way, or somebody assign you because they rather pay somebody who doesn't exist, or not pay them, but they rather put their energy towards something that they have full control over monetarily, energetically, systematically, all these things. This goes back to, and I ain't gonna talk about the book, but if y'all have ever read if y'all haven't, go read The Delectable Negro, as much of it as you can stomach, because it's a crazy, crazy book, but it has a lot of relation to this situation right here. Because this is this is another form. This is like techno. What did Google call it? Techno feudalism. Like, this is a whole new. This is a digital plantation. And if this works, and they're just gonna start stripping more and more things from people, with the opportunity to circumvent it with the convenience of something artificial, to where by the time our kids are having kids that are our age, they're gonna be offering niggas pods,
pretty much,
to go lay in and separate their conscience from their body and live in a computer generated world. Right?
Oh, we're talking the Matrix, huh?
Something like it. I think this is the end goal. And I'm gonna tell you, and we'll close on this, and then I'll let you say something positive, but I gotta get this out.
I know this steak ain't real, but the system makes me feel and taste exactly how it would be in real life. That's what we get into? Is that shit?
Kind of, sort of, but look at it from look at it like this. So imagine if somebody tell you, because have you seen Severance?
No, I know what it is. I have not watched it yet, but I know what it is.
It's not like this yet. I don't think it's going in this direction, but like a lot of the people thought it would after the first season. But basically, what if I could offer you a place where sickness, sadness, and death didn't exist? What if I could offer you that? Would you take it?
I guess so. Yeah. What do you give up in return, though? That's the question. Because you don't get shit for free. You have to give up something to get something. So what do you give up in return for that?
If reality is only a function of what you can perceive, did you give up anything?
Free will and autonomy. You always give that up in that instance.
But what if you're unaware that free will is something that you gave up in this?
That's the thing. I wouldn't know. I guess that's the question. I guess I wouldn't know.
And I'm not offering you free will. I'm offering you freedom from sickness, disease, and death. From sickness, sadness, and death. That's what I'm offering you. I didn't say I was offering you. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, and all you got to do is lie down in this, and we hook up your consciousness to a system that we've designed to be perfect, to free you from having, you don't want to work, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. We can make, you want to look perfect, you want to do all of these things, we can do that for you at the, you know, at this rate. It'll be rich people subsidizing poor people to go in pods. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Because
And the population will decrease by 40% in the first 10 years. And in 50 years, the 3 million richest people will have the rest of the world to themselves, while the other 7 billion people are in pods or dead, because they're not gonna have 7 billion pods.
Based on every apocalyptic type show or scenario, it's always the rich people with money that know shit ahead of time. They able to set up and plan in bunkers, or they go out with spades, or they just do something safe to protect themselves. Everybody else get wiped out, they fucking die. Then they come back and repopulate with the chosen people, right? And then they control those chosen people because they're from a distinct bloodline, like that kind of shit. Like, it's just like, have you ever seen American Horror Story? It was a story similar to that. Have you ever watched that?
That shit was too the intro was too scary for me.
Yeah, man. It's definitely not something that you would want to watch on the regular. It's something, it can be very unsettling, but there are some stories that I have seen. It just like, it make you look at things a little differently. Things that could actually be really happening and going on right now. So all these things pull for some type of inspiration from some type of real place.
Yeah. And the next apocalypse will be of our creation and will probably be without widespread violence. Or it won't be a natural. That's what I say. The next apocalypse will be of our own creation and it will not be a natural disaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say on that one. Yeah.
If capital I and if people like Timbaland, Lupe, the Stage Zero niggas get to a place where this is common, where they can continue to go, because what they're gonna do is, it seems like they're going for the most human things first.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, art is probably the most human thing you could do other than create life.
Mm-hmm.
And you see now the bills are changing around creating life. So they're attacking that now. And then after that, they're going to attack personhood. So while they do that, and they make the world super uncomfortable to live in, they're going to come from this way and attempt to provide a solution.
You know, another thing that pissed me off, they talking about, oh, y'all didn't have a problem when NPCs and beat machines tried to take over from people doing live instrumentation. I'm like, and like you said, it's not the same fucking thing. A drum pattern, a beat pack is not a living thing. That's something that has sentience to where they should be owed a certain amount of extra dollars. You're replacing a whole person with an AI generated artist and using that other person that you replace, using their likeness and make it a whole, like, that's not the same thing as a fucking auto-tune machine or a beat pack or whatever NPC. That's not the same fucking thing. Like, yeah. So that
you're
argument
replacing, you're replacing the artist.
Yeah,
in the beginning, exactly, in the beginning stages of a journey to ultimately replace the art form.
And then the crazy thing is, the reason why I say those type of machines didn't replace live instrumentation, because there's still a lane for it. There's still a demand for people who can really play instruments. There wouldn't be orchestras and live tours and things like that if being able to actually play these instruments, the talent itself, wasn't still appreciated still, if it wasn't still in demand. Even the same people that use these machines still use live instrumentation in some form. And you can hear the quality difference. You can hear it. because it's actual people playing these machines. Like they're playing the instruments. I mean, so like you can't tell me that it's the same as an AI artist replacing an artist that's on the come up trying to break his way in. The only way AI even has a lane where it stays and it doesn't affect is for people that's already established, that has a big name and a big discography, a big catalog, to where their music and everything can still move the needle. This absolutely shuts down anybody that's on the come up. Absolutely, because we don't need you. We have everything that we need built from this database, from all the greats that came before you. Why do we need you? So it's just,
And this shout out to Rita. She said Ray Daniels talking about Jimmy Iovine, telling him the best kind of artist is the one that won't talk back. I saw that video earlier today because somebody was like, is it just me, or do I just not trust a single word that comes out of Ray Daniels' mouth? And I was like, me too.
Yeah, he's weird, bro. He's weird.
He's pro industry. That's it.
Yeah.
He's just pro industry. Yeah, that's it. That's all. He didn't have shit going in his life before he got in the industry, and now he's been in the industry for a couple decades, and he's pro industry. That's it. Anybody that talk fast like that, anybody that try to tell you how you feeling, why you feeling what you feeling, you can't trust them type of niggas because they're manipulating you the entire time. No, fuck that. Fuck that, and fuck niggas like him, because those are the type of niggas that'll be like, you know what? Y'all niggas didn't want it bad enough anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me? You sold it from under me.
Yeah, don't gaslight me like that, bro.
You
don't
pulled the rug under me and told me if I was standing on it heavier, you wouldn't have been able to pull it. Are you fucking serious? Like, nah, bro. Like, and what I'm seeing now is it's just crazy, bro. Like niggas like Joe Budden, like he try to like play it like niggas don't know, bro. You be selling ad space on your fucking show, bro. Like them R&B artists that you be promoting, like you be tapped in with like you do shit like that and then call the fucking label head or the head A&R at the label and then get them on the phone and talk to them. What the fuck? Like niggas is not dumb.
Then you try to make it seem like
it's all organic. No, it's not.
Yeah, either that or you try to make it seem like you're still pro artist or you're so pro this and pro that when you're just as corporate as the rest of them niggas. You became the same thing that you stood against your entire career. You have evolved and turned into that shit now. You are the same record label that you hated so much, that stifled your creativity, that didn't push your songs and your records, that didn't distribute your music enough, that didn't ship out enough albums for you. You become that same thing, and you come a place to where you marginalize people that's under you and you stifle their creativity, all because you have these connections to the higher ups in these record labels. Like it wasn't like so surprising to know and understand that Rory came from the music industry just like him, and that's why he talks the way that he does and had the certain connections that he does, because they both worked in that same field. Now it makes sense to me and why they butt ahead so much at the end of the day, because Roy, like, bro, you can't play me. I know the games. Look who you talking to. It's me. So if I'm telling you to do this, you know I know what the fuck is going on. You can't play me like I'm stupid. Maul is just there. He just fucking there like a dumbass. He just sitting like a bump on a log. He just go whatever the fuck going on. Even though you come from a background of high executive royalty in music and hip hop, and you don't know shit about it, and you let people manipulate you, control you. But with Joe and Roy, they like, nah, we bump ahead because we know what the fuck is really going on, and I'm gonna manipulate this to the best way I can for my benefit. So you're not gonna play me like that. But like I said, Joe has turned into the very thing that he's against. That's why it's so odd. It's so funny how much he dogged Drake and he talked about Drake all these years and told him about himself and all those songs. And if you want to look at it, you a hypocrite as well. Like you've done the same thing he's done. It's the same shit. You just done it in a different way. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit. You try to silence platforms that's on the come up. They be talking bad. You try to silence them and shit. It's the same thing, bro. That's why him and Nicki get along so well. They do the same shit. Nicki Minaj do the same shit. So it's just like these niggas is all hypocrites, dog. At the end of the day, bro, this shit makes no sense to me. It's crazy.
Gen X Gemini. If you're gonna watch Black Mirror, based on this comment right here, watch the episode of in season 1 with what's his first name? I mean his last name is Kahlua. He was the lead actor in Get Out.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya, Gen X Gemini. Watch the episode of Black Mirror. It's in season 1, and Daniel Kaluuya is the lead character in that episode. It's an episode about riding bikes. And the comment that you just put will make all the sense in the world after you finish watching it. But I want to say this, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Going to the Joe Budden point you made, and I promise this is it. I know you don't watch him now.
Yeah,
but like as stuff starts to come out in the next few months, watch how he's discussing the landscape of all of the talent that's coming available in the media space.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds very music industry exec-ish. Hey, when your contract up? Hey, I want you here. Hey, like it's gonna be some shakeups at the JBP in the next 6 months.
Oh, of course.
He telling niggas to their face they expendable while bringing their replacements on and outshine them on air.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I noticed that too.
And for him to be so blatantly talking about contracts and I'm gonna sign this person and sign this person, it's just like, damn, bro. You really don't give a fuck, bro. And like the most disrespectful thing he did, and crazy enough, is to a white man. And it's so disrespectful because it's pertaining to hip hop. He want to hire Jeremy Heck, and this is how it comes on because this is hip hop. He wants to hire Jeremy Heck. He wants Jeremy Heck to be like their hip hop correspondent / fact checker.
Mm-hmm.
I was very upset about this earlier because you're not willing to discuss hip hop on your show, but you want to pull Jeremy Heck, who is an up and coming journalist who's on probably one of the more important hip hop shows in media right now with the bigger picture. You want to pull him from that show, bring him clean across country to make him discuss shit that you feel is beneath you to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
You want him to do all of that just to come over here and give you facts and actually discuss hip hop, the same hip hop that you say is dead, the same hip hop that you won't discuss good albums when they come out, the same hip hop that gave you the platform to even start this weak ass manosphere ass podcast that you on right now. You and Parks sit there and act like hip hop is no longer important to y'all. When without hip hop, when neither one of y'all drugged out, young women dating, borderline P. Diddy ass niggas have the ability to sit there and act like that, you smug motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all gonna go get Jeremy Heck and make him do all of that just to hate, because what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna do like y'all did Mark Lamont, and since he's kind of soft-hearted and bashful, y'all gonna bring him on here and y'all gonna treat him like shit, and you gonna act like because you paying him money more than he would get in the market that y'all can do that, and that y'all can continue to disregard hip-hop and have somebody that loves hip-hop so much like Jeremy Heck do to bring him there and subject him to that shit, when without hip-hop we wouldn't even know who the fuck y'all were.
Mm-hmm. Especially Joe.
Like Parks, you did some production. That's cool. You're not fucking Quincy Jones. And Joe Budden, you ain't nowhere near fucking Michael Jackson. So for you to speak like somehow you're above music is beyond me. If you didn't discuss music, you wouldn't be here. And if you didn't do music, you wouldn't have been in the place to discuss music. What made the Joe Budden podcast pop? You bashing Drake.
Mm-hmm.
When Kendrick got to the place of prominence, what you started doing, you started bashing Kendrick. when the hip hop industry is focused more so on hip hop than it has been since like 2015, what you come out your mouth and say, oh, hip hop is dead, music is dead, ain't nobody going for hip hop no more. And then out your mouth last week, now you talking about you want to come back and make music. Make your fucking mind. Is hip hop viable or not? It's viable enough for you to get your jaded, poorly mixed album having ass up off the couch and want to make music. But it's not good enough for you to discuss on your platform because you rather talk about Mel being a slut.
Damn.
Like it's so much like to why I can't fuck with that show no more. But it's just like, bro, like, and Wale going on the show was just perfect symmetry between him and Joe. Because you know what? Unlike me, they both late August Virgos. Like, and even we know some Virgos that we, you know what I'm saying, that's in our circle, kind of, sort of. And I act very different from them niggas. So it's like, it's multiple types of Virgos. It's multiple types of Virgos. And I said it to say, like, the whole thing is just super disrespectful to hip hop, a genre that we've been able to do whatever we've been able to do with, a genre that many people have been able to make millions of dollars, touch millions of people, you know what I'm saying, and all of this shit. And for you to just sit there on that platform and talk about how important it is to go try to snatch bro from doing some shit that's better for hip hop than anything that you've done in the last decade. To shine your shoes when you weren't even that nigga in hip hop for real. When you was Sean Bradley at most.
Oh God. Oh God, boy.
Man. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That's all I got. Fuck Joe Budden, man. Long live the bigger picture.
Yeah. It's tough, man. But they gotta be said, man. It gotta be said.
I'm sick of these niggas, bro. Real talk. And Ish need to go to Turkey.
That nigga so bitter. That nigga bitter as fuck at all times. I just don't understand it.
Because he think he cool, bro. He think he cool. He think he can get a whole bunch of hoes. Like, he anti-black. I do not fuck. Bro. Okay. It's time to go. We gotta get him to go to work tomorrow. I am scared.
Hey, don't DJ.
And until next time. Hold on, wait, real quick. We got a couple super chats we didn't read. But I am still Skip. And he is still DJ.
Yes, sir.
And we finna get the fuck out of here. Let me see. Shout out to Cam Cobain. Timbaland is a Black Mirror episode. Shout out to Cam again. The Drake lawsuit, and now this seems like they're trying to push an agenda of destroying creativity. Not just creativity, human expression.
That's what I was saying.
Shout out to Dre. I'm just listening to Doja, Kenny, and Coach Q. Better off with a few artists. Everything getting tricky right here. Tricky out here. That's a fact. It's easier to replicate basic art, but you have to reduce the appetite for it so it's more palatable. Hence the dumbing down. Watch Idiocracy. It's a movie that came out like 20 years ago. Check that out. But yeah, man, thank y'all for the super chats. Thank y'all for sticking in with us. And we'll be back Saturday. Road to 100 episode 3 and 4 come out tomorrow. And we'll slow roll into recording and releasing our 11 through 25 Saturday. It'll be out Saturday. So me and DJ will record it Friday. Okay. Yeah, man, we out here, man. The Wayne will probably get recorded Sunday. And we'll just have one angle, so it'll be out Tuesday. I'm not doing fancy edits for that weak ass shit. That garbage. But yeah, man. Until next time, we out of here, y'all. Peace.